This coverage of the Kansas 2A Sub-State Tournament is brought to you by Greensburg Tourism. Come, experience the story. This coverage of the Kansas 2A Sub-State Tournament is brought to you by Greensburg Tourism. Come, experience the story. This coverage of the Kansas 2A Sub-State Tournament is brought to you by Greensburg Tourism. Come, experience the story. Come, experience the story.
This is a presentation by the Kiowa County Media Center.
Hello and welcome to the Sub-State Championship game between Central Plains Lady Oilers and the Ellenwood Lady Eagles. We will be back for a little stats and main players before the game. was blocks. She only averages 1.1 a game, but she had at least 5 before halftime. She was just outstanding following the shot with her blocks and has about a 33% three-point shooting average, although was dry in the first half. In the second half, she came out and hit 2 back-to-back three-pointers, and then the opposing team decided that they should try to guard her a little bit closer. So tonight is going to be an incredible matchup between these two teams. Central Plains is undefeated coming into this 24-0. They've met Ellenwood once before this year and went ahead and won that 56-32, but Dahl was 1 for 15 from the floor, only 1 three-point shot she made. Ellenwood is coming in 19-4, and they have 4 seniors and 1 junior taking the court. Central Plains only brings 1 senior, 1 freshman, and 3 sophomores, so we definitely have an outstanding game coming for us tonight to watch. With this experienced Ellenwood team, it really could be anybody's game as far as who's going to step up, take control, and be a leader. We're going to send you to the national anthem, followed by the starting lineups, and then be back to announce the sub-state championship game.
Good evening. Welcome to Kyle County High School to the 2A Girls Sub-State Final. Between the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Ellenwood High School Lady Eagles, and the home team on the scoreboard, the Central Plains High School Lady Oilers. This championship game is sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association. This activity is primarily for the student participants and is played to provide a positive experience for the athletes. The tournament winner will be honored as a 2014 Sub-State Class 2A champion. The winner will advance to the state championship to be played next week at Bramlage Coliseum in Manhattan, Kansas. Please stand, face the flag, remove your headgear, as Lillian Henshaw, a senior at Kiowa County High School, performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Lillian. Now, introduction of our starting lineups. Starting with the Ellenwood High School Lady Eagles. Number 2, a 5'6" senior, Sophie Hayes. For the Lady Oilers, number 3, a 5'6" sophomore, Reagan Phelan. For the Lady Eagles, number 14, a 5'6" senior, Brooke Panning. For the Lady Oilers, number 10, a 5'8" senior, Brianna Holmes. For the Lady Eagles, number 15, a 5'8" junior, Rachel Dahl. For the Lady Oilers, number 11, a 5'6" sophomore, Kendi Maxwell. For the Lady Eagles, number 20, a 5'11" senior, Kelsey Ward. For the Lady Oilers, number 30, a 5'10 sophomore, Taylor Rolfe. For the Lady Eagles, number 24, a 5'6 senior, Amanda Tucker. And for the Lady Oilers, number 33, a 5'7 freshman, Janae Ryan. Lady Eagles head coach Kyle Cree, assisted by Andrea Everhart and Tyson Ravel. The Lady Oilers head coach Pat Stile, assisted by Kim Rolfs. Officials for tonight's contest are Shane Darrow, Dean Zook, and Tim Rosenhagen. Good luck, ladies.
The Cuyahoga County Media Center would like to thank Greensburg Tourism for their support of tonight's broadcast. For more info, visit greensburgks.org or call the Big Well Museum and Visitor Info Center at 620-723-4102. Come experience the story of Greensburg. As we mentioned, these two teams had faced each other once earlier this year. Central Plains was on top 56-32, but with so many seniors on this Ellenwood team and state in their grasp, this could be anybody's game. Definitely going to be a closer competition than last time if Ellenwood performs as they have throughout this sub-state tournament. And Central Plains gets it off of the jump. Phelan sends it down for the first time. Both of these teams likes to run a very quick game of basketball. They don't like to just sit and wait for things to happen. They like to take action. That was Ryan with her first three-point attempt of the night. Phelan takes it in for the jumper. She has such a nice shot, those 2 points.
Got a little half-court trap from Central Plains.
And the first steal from Central Plains. Ellenwood looks to be a little bit nervous at this moment. Ellenwood does come down with Dahl on the rebound.
Two-three zone from Central Plains.
It's a very active zone. Ellenwood has it out on their side. One thing that I was really impressed with the other night with Ellenwood was that every single time they get a quick rebound or a steal, Sophie Hayes is way up the court ready to go with the fast break.
Little zone from both teams. Ellenwood's running a 1-3-1 zone right now.
It's interesting to me with a team especially undefeated that they favor the zone. Usually more aggressive teams favor the man defense. Quick put back by Kendi Maxwell there. She didn't have very many points the other night in their semifinal game. She wasn't boxed out.
Ellenwood did a lot better job breaking the half-court trap that possession. They seemed like they got set up. Got to get a person in the middle of the floor to break that half-court trap.
Three-point attempt from Phelan. On the other end, that was Ward with the 2 points. She had a really good showing the other night as well. Three-point shot from Rolfs. They are now up 7-2 early in this game. Should have been a travel potentially called from Dahl. Central Plains sure thought it should be. For being such an experienced team with so many seniors, they look a little shaky. Probably they're thinking of the last time they were matched up and the undefeated season that Central Plains has had. Brian looks for the three-point shot and another make by Kendi Maxwell. She now has 5 points. I don't think she even had 2 points in the game the other night. Maybe a pair of free throws. She's come ready to play.
Both sides have taken a lot of outside shots here early.
They both favor it. We were discussing that the other night, how most coaches don't like it when their team comes down and shoots a three-pointer before they have a chance to set up an offense, but both teams do. It's a nice handoff to Amanda Tucker for the left-handed shot there.
Ellenwood switched to man, had a little trouble getting matched up.
It's not something you can have happen, especially after Rolfs just had a three last time down the court. I do think that man is a better decision as long as they can match up and find who they need to guard.
Ellenwood is still a little bit off track there. They didn't know if they were in man or zone.
think Ellenwood's coach would have done well to call a timeout there to prevent those 2 points, help their girls set up. Foul's going to be called on Rolfs. On Thursday night, Rolfs was kind of cold too. She didn't have many points.
First substitution of the game, Cassidy Kreitz, a freshman for Central Plains.
She sees good minutes, several freshmen do for Central Plains. First three-point attempt from Dahl for the night. It is off and out of bounds on Ellenwood, going back to Central Plains, who is up 13-4 with still 4:34 left in this first quarter. Ellenwood has got to answer this right now or it's going to run away from them.
And they've switched defenses to try to do that.
I think with the height that Ellenwood brings to the table that they will have better luck in man.
As long as they can match up the quickness of Central Plains, especially with Fallon on the outside.
Dahl with another three-point attempt, and that one is good.
Staying with man defense.
I think as Ellenwood gets going here, they're going to calm down a little bit.
This is Central Plains base man offense. They're 4 out, 1 in look. They have Fallon up top, and she looks to penetrate like she is right here.
And she can do anything. As a sophomore in high school, she shouldn't be able to make moves like that, honestly, but she does, and she does them well. Was fouled on that, going for the and one here on the line. That is nearly impossible to guard. You watch her here again. She had 3 defenders close by. Ellenwood might be a little bit upset with their starters or maybe just giving them a break. This is a pretty fast-paced game for them. Whalen misses her free throw.
Player to look out for that just got subbed into the game is Tani Arndt.
Good take from number 21 there, Delaney Beckwith. She didn't have much of a game on Thursday night, but she had wonderful position. That's really where Ellenwood is excelling right now on their fast break. They have good spacing, good angles for the passes, and Central Plains are kind of scrambling to get back and defend them. Beckwith misses her free throw, and it's going to be called to Central Plains. Some contact from both teams.
As I was saying, with Tani Art here, number 5 for Ellenwood, when she comes into the game, they like to get up and play a little bit more pressure defense. She's a great full court defender, so I'd be looking for her maybe to guard the Fallon girl here in a little while if she keeps going past. Ooh, keeps going to the basket like that.
But Ellenwood can't just wait and sit back until she meets them. They have to go out and stop her early. Even though she has those moves, she doesn't have much height. Turn around from Beckwith. She turned toward the lane. She had a bit more opening toward the baseline. Kreitz is fouled on the shot.
And again, Fallon making things happen. She's penetrating in, getting into the paint, and then dishing it off to a post player. Getting shots for her teammates.
Once again, she is just a sophomore in high school. She has an outstanding basketball career ahead of her. Kreitz makes her first shot. She has a lot of height as a freshman coming in here. I can't imagine what it was like to play this junior high team with these freshman and sophomore girls. And a steal from Phelan as she goes in for 2 points. It is missed, but Kreitz gets the rebound. Hard fought rebound from her. She is called for a travel. Rolfs checks back into the game, give Kreitz a break.
Staying in the 1-3-1 half-court trap.
This is a tough trap. Surprising that they only put their senior Brianna Holmes back. Doesn't have a lot of height under the basket with some of these taller Ellenwood girls.
Ellenwood does not have somebody in the middle of the court. They're gonna have a tough time breaking if they don't put anybody in the middle.
A little too tricky on the pass there. She tried to pass behind her back, had it stolen.
There we go, got the ball in the middle of the floor. They broke it. Got a decent look at it.
Beckwith with another putback. She's so much more comfortable in here than she was the other night. It could have been with the defense. She has a height advantage here tonight. Playing great basketball.
Here's Tani Art getting switched on to Fallon. See if she can do a better job matching up against her.
That was poor rebounding attempt from Ellenwood. Nobody was boxing out. With a high-scoring team like Central Plains, you can't afford to have them get their own rebound when they're on offense. 18-11, Central Plains still leads early with 1:40 left in this first quarter. Dahl trying to stay with Rolfs. And there is a hold. They really tried to stop her with their arms rather than moving their feet and using their body to stop the drive. Central Plains has it under their own basket. We have a few more substitutions coming in from Ellenwood. They're probably trying to keep their legs fresh. Such a running game.
2 starters back in, Panning and Ward for Ellenwood. Trying to get that starting 5 back in.
I don't know what defense was planning to do there for Ellenwood. They didn't even go out and defend the shooter on the play. Ellenwood is passing really well inside.
Yeah, very good ball movement.
Central Plains is just standing watching that happen. I was impressed with how well they passed on Thursday night too. They really know how to read each other. So many seniors here, they played together for a long time.
Oh, mismatch.
That time a block from Ward. Central Plains has it under their own basket. Just a minute left in this first quarter.
Back to the zone from Ellenwood, 2-3.
Time Ryan was on the three-point line. She hit 2 really solid three-pointers the other night. She's not afraid to shoot them, has a nice shot, just as a freshman. And pass into Ward. They've got to take advantage of Ward's size and height. Nobody on Central Plains can truly match up against her. They're gonna draw some fouls. She could have a heyday under the basket. Halen pulls up again, rebound from Ellenwood. They're gonna push it up the floor. Normally Hayes is the one that's flashing up for the fast break. She had it that time though. Foul is called. That's gonna give Phelan her first foul of the night. She looks like she's in pain. I don't know if she's tired or had some contact.
Central Plains switch to a 2-3 here. Baseline out of bounds, throw in.
Ward has to box up, or to post up stronger than that, but I guess she didn't need to with a three-pointer from Dahl. She already has as many three-pointers in the first quarter than she did all the other night.
All right, here we go, spread offense.
Let her take it in, she passes it out. And time runs out. Poor time management from Central Plains, and they do have the lead 21-18. Ellenwood came back within 3. We'll be back after this for the second quarter.
This coverage of the Kansas 2A Sub-State Tournament is brought to you by Greensburg Tourism. Come, experience the story.
We're in the Sub-State Championship game.
Ethics, integrity, and respect are values important in our daily lives. All of these important values are learned by participation in interscholastic activity programs. During competition, they are translated into one word, sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the strongest educational lessons and lifetime values taught by interscholastic activities. A public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association
This coverage
and the
of the
County
Kansas
Media Center.
It's a miss on the three-point attempt from Dahl. And Phelan steals it, headed to the basket. She's not afraid. It is deflected. It's a nice deflection from Ellenwood. They didn't need to have a foul. It does put Central Plains under their own basket, and they've been favoring on the inbounds, trying to set some screens and have an outside shot set up.
Tani Arndt back into the game for Ellenwood.
Yeah, there's a little bit of confusion on that substitution. I'm not quite sure what happened. Maybe a player getting antsy to be in the game before the ref gave her permission.
I think Brooke Panning's got a little bit of blood. She's got a cut on her finger.
Ryan with another three-point shot. Right now, Ellenwood is trying to match the three-point shots from Central Plains.
Central Plains falling back to a 2-3 zone, getting out of the 1-3-1 half-court trap. Probably a good move by Coach Stiles. Ellenwood kind of had the half-court trap figured out.
Those are the shots that I'm not quite sure if it's worth it. I know Dahl hit 2 shots from that three-point range, but she was forcing it. She wasn't open, and with the rebound going to Central Plains and a foul being called, they just lost an entire offensive attempt at a score.
Usually coaches try to work inside out. You want to throw the ball inside before you take an outside shot, and right there I think we had one pass and then the shot went up. Usually coaches like a little bit more offensive movement than that. Again, another matchup to watch as the shot goes up. Rolfs, I believe, with a nice drive with her left hand, and shot goes up and went in.
She favored the three-point shot before, and Dahl went out straight up to defend her.
Ooh, that's her second.
Have a lot of basketball left to play to be getting your second foul.
This is going to be big. Coaches usually try to pull out a player when they have 2 fouls in the first half.
They didn't on Thursday night, though. She, I think, is a smart enough player. She knows when to back off a little bit. Oh, they did pull her out, though. Kreitz is coming in, giving her a break. As back and forth as I think this game is going to be, it's smart to have her on the bench right now and in the game in the fourth quarter. Dahl shoots another three-pointer.
A little quick still.
I think they need to figure out how to work it around and get it into Ward. She's had good luck as long as she has a strong post up. Only Rolfs can match her for height.
She averages over 10 points a game, so it'd be nice to give her a few more touches.
She gets one there from
there you go.
Top of the free throw line. She has such a pretty shot, isn't rushed. Central Plains trying to answer.
Again, confusion on defense. They didn't know they were man or zone. They had a little trouble getting matched up in the half court.
There's not a lot of talking on Ellenwood's team. You can only go so far with being able to read each other from experience. You have to make up with talking, telling each other where the defense or where the offense is behind you. And Kreitz makes her free throws. Nice position on Kreitz just as a freshman to know to get back there where the defense isn't paying attention.
Number 13, Schartz, a 5'11 junior for Central Plains, came into the game.
Kreitz makes her second free throw as well. Puts them up by 8, 28-20. Dahl also picked up her first foul in that exchange. Dahl gets it out to Ward. Such nice passing from Ellenwood. Rebound from Central Plains, and they try to push it up the court. Confusion again.
Confusion.
Yeah. Ellenwood isn't sure who has who. They need to figure that out immediately. Dahl takes it in for the jumper. She's having a nice night tonight. She had so many blocks the other night, but wasn't really strong on the scoring side, and tonight she already has 8 points. That was a pathetic rebound attempt from Ellenwood. Nobody boxed out. Again, nobody boxed out. Somebody has to decide to put a body, be able to get the ball back. You know, they might be a little bit tired running back and forth, but no benefit to you if you don't try to box out. Rebound from the younger Panning. And a foul's going to be called. Ellenwood's fans are not happy with that call.
Haynes, Ward, and Panning all back in. 3 starters coming back on the floor, trying to get things going again.
That was Arndt's first foul, but she's going to take a break. It was more of a foul out of frustration.
Ellenwood really needs to take a move right now and cut into this lead with Fallon on the bench.
Dahl did a better job defending Rolfs that time. She gave her some space, was able to pick her up on her drive. She gets the rebound. Pulls up for a nice shot attempt. Beckwith gets the rebound. And Dahl was fouled. She tried to just tip it right back in without coming down. She knew she had quite a few defenders around her. That foul was on number 33, Janae Ryan. Dahl makes her first free throw. The second free throw is going to put her in double points for scoring already tonight.
Holmes back in the game for Ryan for Central Plains.
Before the game, we were discussing how Dahl having some scoring might make the difference because she only had 3 points in their first matchup. A full timeout is going to be called by Central Plains. They're only up by 4 points, 28-24. We'll be back after the short break.
ITC operates, builds, and maintains the electric transmission infrastructure. We are working hard to improve electric reliability and increase electric transmission capacity throughout our operations across the Midwest. ITC, we're your energy superhighway.
The Kiowa County Media Center would like to thank Greensburg Tourism for their support of tonight's broadcast. For more info, visit greensburgks.org or call the Bigwell Museum and Visitor Info Center at 620-723-4102. Come experience the story in Greensburg. Just 4:38 left in this first half of play. Ellenwood, who is down early, has fought back and are within 4.
Fallon's back in the game for Central Plains. Risky move, but Stiles felt like he had to go. Coach Stiles felt like he had to go with it.
She has 2 fouls, and when she put herself on the, or when she was put on the bench, I guess, put herself there from her fouling, Ellenwood was able to come back in the game. Dahl's performance has been outstanding tonight. Almost a turnover there from Ellenwood. Hayes is up and ready. Beautiful move from Hayes. She was defended on the right side layup, decided to go up and under the basket. Nice move.
Really
puts them
a great
within
finish.
2 points. This is not a place that Central Plains probably feels comfortable in. Rebound went to Ellenwood. When the game gets that close, you have to stop resorting to the 3-point shot. A 30-second timeout is going to be called by Ellenwood. They only trail 26-28. I want to recognize one of our sponsors, the Haviland State Bank. You can contact them at 620-862-5222 or at havilandstatebank.com. Watch this replay here. It's a beautiful, beautiful move from Hayes. One thing that she really excelled at the other night, Hayes, being ready for that fast break. She hasn't had the opportunity until that time to do so. Dahl takes it in and passes it out to Hayes. Ellenwood once again with their nice passing around the perimeter, working it in. Ward was fighting for the rebound, but she was standing straight up. You have to box somebody out to make some space and come down with the rebound. Central Plains taking their time. 3:30 left in this first half. I know they're going to want to go into the halftime with the lead.
Ooh. Costly turnover by Fallon.
Ellenwood is glad to take advantage of their mistake. So pass into Beckwith. Not quite sure what her approach was there on her dribble. She didn't take the angle to try to go to the backboard as much. She got herself stuck under the backboard. She was fouled though. Not sure if she's quite as familiar having that much post play in a game. She misses her first free throw. Phelan bringing it up the court. She's trying to get something to happen here. Sometimes she takes a more aggressive approach. She's slowing down a bit. Oh, block from behind from Ward. That was really nice defense on her part.
It's a new offensive set from Central Plains, and Ellenwood did a good job covering it up.
I think this is partially where experience comes into play. Dahl with the long three. In my opinion, that's unnecessary. She has hit two. She's having a great night, but you're missing out on trying to work it inside, making Central Plains play defense for longer than 2 seconds.
I would agree. As a coach, you always want to get the most backboard shots. And by a backboard shot, you want a shot inside, within 6 feet of the basket. When you're shooting, 20, 23 footers, you're going to have a tough time winning. You kind of live by the three, die by the three.
Central Plains going on the extended press, full court here. It's the first time I think that they've put that on this game. I think Beckwith was trying to send it over to Ward. She got a little bit ahead of herself and saw two defenders coming, made a poor pass. See the replay there with a nice defense from Ward. Phelan once again, nice slow and steady down the court. Work it inside, back out. Such a pretty shot. She has such awareness of where she's at on the court, of her body, being able to take advantage of her speed. She's a very explosive player. As is Dahl.
A much better shot. Much better shot.
Since they were expecting her to shoot, they kind of went out on her flat-footed. She was able to dribble around. She already has 12 points on the night. She only had 3 in their last matchup.
4-out-1 look from Central Plains, looking to penetrate.
Phelan with another jumper, and she goes for her own rebound. I don't know if that could have been help from Ellenwood. She's so quick. A foul is going to be called again. Rolfs. Central Plains is not pleased with that call, but she didn't move her body. She did reach. It's probably what the refs were seeing there.
She's got 2 fouls as well. Central Plains has 3 girls with 2 fouls each. It's a risky move with 1:17. They pick up their 3rd foul. It's going to be trouble in the 3rd and 4th quarter for them.
Dahl gets her 13th point of the night. She's just a junior. Several seniors leaving for Ellenwood, but she has another awesome year of basketball ahead of her. She makes her 2nd, and they take the lead for the first time tonight. 1:13 left in this half. I don't think they're happy with just a 1-point lead here either. Rolfs misses the 3-point attempt. Ward pushes it up the court. Panning did well to try to gain control. And Kreitz is going to pick up a foul. Ward in the middle of the lane.
Difference here in the last couple possessions, in my opinion. Central Plains is settling for outside shots and long jumpers. Ellenwood's getting the ball inside. Dahl made a great pump fake and a backboard shot there on the second to last possession too. So kind of work the ball inside, you're going to get better and easier shots.
First make for Ward. Even though they have an undefeated schedule, that doesn't exactly say whether Central Plains has been in close games or not, whether they've had to fight from a deficit before. That may not be something they've experienced this year, so it'll be interesting to see how they're going to do so against a very experienced Ellenwood team. Under a minute left to play in this first half. Phelan with control of the ball.
Look for Phelan to penetrate here.
She passes it off to Rolfs. She kicks it out.
Phelan and Rolfs, they're looking to penetrate.
Central Plains gets away with a lot of cross-court passes. When you start to get frantic, you don't want to make those passes. They're easier to be picked off. Taken from Rolfs. She tries to make a Phelan move. It's over. Beckwith with the rebound. She takes it down the court. And Ward, the jumper, she barely jumps on those shots.
Oh, man.
Passing and under, and a made shot from Brinley. Sorry, that was Brianna Schartz there on the shot. She did a nice job following Phelan down the floor. Had a good angle on the opposite side. Whenever you play opposite of a player like Phelan, you just have to be ready and waiting. She might take it, but she's also a good passer. Ward with the rebound. Dahl trying to get another score. And Ward with the attempted three because Dahl was guarded. We go into the halftime. Central Plains trailing 32-33 in the Sub-State Championship game. We're going to take a break and be back with a very exciting second half of basketball.
The internet has drastically changed the way we communicate. Are you keeping up with the times? The Kiowa County Media Center can connect you with viewers in markets all over the region, the state, and the world. Our technology keeps us on pace with the high demand of internet video content. Bring your audience from anywhere in the world to your wedding, conference, sporting event, concert, and much more. No one does high-quality video streaming like us. We are the Kiowa County Media Center, leading the new age of communication.
Kiowa County School, located in Greensburg, Kansas, is an innovation leader. The school serves pre-kindergarten through 12th grade students from Mullinville, Greensburg, and Haviland. The facility, all housed under one roof, was recently granted LEED Platinum certification. The school was built in response to the destruction of school facilities in Greensburg during an EF5 tornado that destroyed 95% of the town in 2007. As the town rebuilt, the community committed to building back responsibly and sustainably. The administration and the Board of Education for USD 422, with the support of the communities the school serves, have created a one-of-a-kind school facility that has quality learning environment for students. The building itself is a learning tool, and the district welcomes visitors to learn about sustainability by visiting and touring the structure. The exterior of the building features 3 different kinds of low-maintenance surfaces. The first exterior surface is reclaimed cypress, recovered from the aftermath of the Hurricane Katrina disaster in 2006. It is a low maintenance and has to be sealed just once every 2 to 3 years. The dark gray material that you see is zinc imported from France. The second exterior surface material is durable and completely maintenance-free. It will look exactly the same 50 years from now. The third exterior surface is limestone cladding, and not only comes from a local vendor in the Great Bend, Kansas area, but also requires no labor or materials to maintain it, even with high exposure to Kansas weather extremes. From outside the auxiliary gymnasium, visitors can see how the school is organized. From this location, visitors notice our shared spaces. Our facility is a pre-kindergarten through 12th grade facility, and so to avoid the expense of building duplicate spaces, all of our students share some common areas under one roof. Those shared spaces are all on this main floor and include the gymnasiums, the cafeteria, the library, and the music room. One of the most visually striking elements of our building is the interior wood, visible from any classroom and in many of the shared spaces. The wood is both aesthetically appealing and helps with acoustics. All the interior wood is reclaimed fir from old barns in southeast Kansas and from a warehouse in California. Another sustainable feature of our building is the use of burnished block and polished concrete floors. Surfaces that require painting, like sheetrock walls, shampooing, like carpet, stripping and waxing, like tiled floors, are expensive to maintain over the life cycle of a building, not only requiring money for paint and paint supplies, wax and shampoo, but also for the labor itself. This building eliminates most of that expense. Many of our walls do not require paint, and the floor surface throughout the whole building, with the exception of 3 office spaces, is polished concrete, cleaned with basic soap and water. Inside our gymnasiums, visitors can see how architects utilize another green element throughout the building. Natural day lighting lights many spaces, but is probably most noticeable during the normal school day in our gyms. During the school day, even on cloudy days, lights are either off or use very few lumens to light many spaces in the building. This is our school's weight room. This serves as a physical education elective classroom during the day and an exercise facility for employees after hours. Some of the most popular features here for students and staff are the customized weight equipment with our school's logo and the iPod docking station. Here in the cafeteria, you again see the reclaimed wood that helps with acoustics and tempers noise. The kitchen staff serves from one end of the cafeteria, and at the other end is a concession stand for activities that our school hosts. There are several kinds of seating, including standard tables, tall tables, a countertop that faces the courtyard, and, when the weather permits, outdoor seating. As part of the school's green design, we do have a recycling room. Paper, plastic, cardboard, and other items that are used in abundance are brought to this room and then taken to our county's recycling center. The band and vocal room is separated from the main part of the building by an outdoor walkway. In bad weather, these large doors can be closed to help block the cold winds from the north as students pass from the main building to the music classroom. The outdoor classroom offers teachers and students the opportunity to take advantage of outdoor learning. Here, as in the rest of the building, students have access to Wi-Fi. The building is heated and cooled using geothermal technology, another green option for newly constructed buildings. There are 96 wells that run 410 feet deep. This system heats and cools the building at a much lower cost to the school district. During the summer months, when we are cooling the building, the facility also uses something called a cooling tower. Hot outside air is piped into the tower and it passes through what appears to be a mini rainstorm. Plastic. In each classroom, we utilize natural day lighting. Also, in each classroom, you see the reclaimed wood that helps with acoustics as well as aesthetics. In addition to the wood in the classroom, fabric-covered acoustic panels help diminish the echo in the learning environment. In order to control light in certain situations, each classroom is also equipped with shades on both sets of windows. The high, out-of-reach windows feature shades that are on a remote control. Another green element that our school uses is a Promethean board, a high-tech interactive chalkboard, so to speak. These boards are interactive boards that allow teachers and students to give and take notes electronically, as well as other interactive educational activities, reducing the amount of paper that is needed each day.
second half action for you. Started second half action in the sub-state championship game between Central Plains and Ellenwood. To steal from Central Plains to start the half. A nice take by Rolfe. She worked through 2 defenders. Beautiful left side bank shot. The pass through the lane, attempt to 24 Amanda Tucker. It is broken up. That was Brianna Holmes that came through the lane. Good defense from Central Plains. Central Plains might be a new team coming in here in the second half. You never know what takes place in the locker room, but an undefeated team here at Sub-State Championship, they probably had some discussion. Rolfe's on fire here in the second half. 4 points in the first minute. And Ellenwood making mistakes because of it.
Ellenwood struggled to get organized there, breaking the press.
Well, Ellenwood worked the entire first half to come back from a deficit to be ahead by 1, and they've already lost that. Rolfes passes it in to Holmes, and she's fouled on her shot. Rolfes is very active right now. Phelan came back from halftime with some red eyes. I think she was pretty upset with her first half performance. With her ability, you have to remember she's probably still a 15-year-old girl, so can get a little flustered with things not going your way.
Beckwith back in the game.
Very short on her second free throw. Holmes is not having an outstanding game right now. She can continue to play hard, though. And Central Plains set up in a full court press. Ellenwood trying to quickly break it. Holmes comes flying across court. That's the second time that Ellenwood has tried to make a pass to Ward through a defender. Rolfes is called with a travel.
It's a good call. She came down and hopped. Instead of landing on 2, she went da-da. Landed on her left foot, then landed on her right foot. When you take a hop, you got to land on both those feet at the same time.
She went over, I think, to either explain to the ref that he was wrong or maybe ask what she had done wrong. You want to be cautious if you're going to start talking to refs because they don't always favor it. That time the pass to Ward was wide open. She was ready and waiting, puts him back within 2.
If I was Coach Stiles, I might get out of the press again here. Once Ellenwood gets organized, they do a great job of breaking the press.
They do. Their passing is outstanding. Oh, a foul is called on Brooke Panning. I'm not sure if I agree with that. She did reach, but she had her body facing the offense, so.
Allison Panning and Tani aren't back into the game.
The older Panning picked up her second foul, so she's going to see some time on the bench. Lots of basketball to play here in the second half still. They need her when it counts. Phelan with the pass in, and she's going to take it straight down. She passes so hard to her teammates, but she's very sure of her passes too. Brianna Holmes with the shot attempt. She is fouled on that.
Beckwith with the foul.
And that's Beckwith's 3rd foul. She had a standout first quarter here in the game. I think Ellenwood's coach is kind of confused on what to do. He needs so many of his players to have a break because of fouls. Kind of have to pick and choose who you want in the game at the best time. Holmes makes her second free throw. Gives her 2 points for the night.
Again, Ellenwood breaks the press with ease. Gets all the way down, but then turns it over after they break the press.
And Panning mishandling the ball a little bit. I think she just wanted it securely in Ward's hands. She's just a freshman, so this is probably pretty intense play for her, even at the end of the season.
Number 10, Blake Wilt, back into the game.
Ward can only do so much to get in the right position for her teammates. Sometimes you have to be confident with the ball. Pass inside. Rolfs is having an incredible second half so far. She has 14 points on the day. That's the third or fourth time that Ellenwood has tried to pass through the defense. You can't be confident with your angles when there's somebody else standing there.
Dahl back in the game with it for Ellenwood. 2-3 zone from Central Plains. Ellenwood's run this baseline out of bounds play at every single time here.
Ward with a shot off the front of the basket. She had a nice turnaround, not a good shot.
Oh.
And Phelan's going to be called on the travel as well. She tried to go around the defenders on the left-handed swing like she's pulled off a few times. Ellenwood breaks the press again, but it is effective. Ellenwood's breaking it, but then they're trying to force things. They can pull it back out and run an offense. And Rolfs again.
They've just got Ellenwood.
Not be stopped right now.
They've got Ellenwood sped up a little bit quicker than they want to go. Ellenwood does a great job breaking the press, and they get the half court. They're a half court offense, and they try to go a little too quickly.
Dahl with a three-point attempt. And that was Holmes with the jump ball against Ward. Brooke Panning coming back into the game, giving a less experienced Blake Wilt a seat. Rolfs is struggling. I'm not sure what's happening to her right now. I don't know if she had contact on the last play. She's pretty upset. We have a full timeout called though. 42-35, Central Plains with the lead, and we'll be back after this break. Our sponsor, agauctions.com. You can contact them at 620-282-2226. Contact Scott Brown, Jamie Brown, or Michael Burkhart. Central Plains came back ready to go from halftime. They now lead 42-35. They were down 30-31. They've gone on a 15-4 streak.
Big three-point shot from the freshman Kreitz right there.
Shows good confidence from her. Foul is called on the floor, not a shooting shot. Shooting foul. And that foul is on Holmes. She's going to take a seat, take a break here. Right before the timeout, Rolfs went out looking like she was in pain. She's been pushing hard though, so it might have just been a fatigue issue rather than an injury. Pass out to Dahl. She sends it over to Panning. Looks for the three-point shot. Hayes tries to take it in. Had two defenders. She is fouled though. Puts her on the line. The Kiowa County Media Center would like to thank Greensburg Tourism for their support of tonight's broadcast. For more info, visit greensburgks.org or call the Bigwell Museum at 723-4102. Come experience the story in Greensburg. Hayes makes her first free throw. And mishandles her second. Central Plains picks it up, and Rolfs is pushing it back up the floor. You can see this game what Rolfs is capable of. She didn't have that great of a performance on Thursday night, but they still picked up the win. First half, she didn't do much, but in the second half, she's really stood out. Ellenwood once again with some nice passing. Dahl off on her three-point shot, but Panning with the rebound. Goes back to Central Plains. Rolfs was motioning us to calm down a little bit. Really interested in what's happening here. Rolfs is bringing the ball up the court, which is normally Phelan's job. So I don't know if Phelan was demoted or is it
She looks a little winded. I think they're trying to give, Rolfs kind of has the hot hand right now. They're kind of going to her, letting Phelan take a little break here offensively.
And Central Plains was fine with just standing and waiting. Ellenwood's letting them for a minute, but then Dahl's going to defend. Rolfs on the right-hand layup attempt. Ellenwood seems to have calmed down some. The momentum has slowed down a bit. Unfortunately, in the wake of that momentum, they have a 9-point deficit.
2-3 zone from Central Plains.
Dahl's trying to find an opening in the middle of the lane. Not finding it. A jump ball is called. Ryan was able to get a hold of the ball when Ward brought it down. You want to try to pass into your post high enough that they can keep the ball high and prevent that from happening. Just like she did there, she did miss that shot, but it was a nice job from her. We have anger shouting from one side and excitement from the other. Ellenwood was thinking Panning should have had a foul called on her shot attempt, but it went a jump ball back to Central Plains. 2:30 left in this third quarter. Phelan is back with the ball. Too hard off the board on her attempt, but she does not stop fighting.
Excellent effort from both teams.
I think Phelan just jumped over 3 or 4 people to keep going after the ball.
Press from Central Plains.
Phelan showing much more emotion than she did the other night. Granted, it wasn't as close of a game, but she seems overly frustrated and irritated with herself. And she's called for a foul. Not the time she needed to pick up that foul. That's her third. A quarter and a pair of minutes left to play here. If she picks up a fourth, it's going to be an interesting end of the game for Central Plains.
Back to man from Central Plains.
Dahl's going to go for the three-pointer. I think she's forcing it a bit much. Panning is called for a travel, but she tried to make some space. She did a quick drop step with a bounce, but she put herself directly under the basket.
Maxwell back in the game for Central Plains, and Arndt back in the game for Ellenwood. Phelan gets a rest on the bench here. We'll see if Ellenwood can take advantage of that.
Dahl putting a little bit of pressure on Rolfs coming down the floor. She's trying to judge how much Dahl's going to defend her. And it's off of Central Plains. Dribbled on the line. Nice defense from Ellenwood. They might be down by 9, but they were able to overcome, I think, a 15-point deficit in the first half to lead by 1 at the end of the half. And really, doesn't matter how much you're down by if you come back at the end of the game. Foul on the shot. Finally, I think Panning was thinking she was being attacked the last few plays. She's on the line, just a freshman for Ellenwood.
Good penetration by Arndt on the baseline to get her that look, too.
That gives Kreitz her first foul of the game. Panning makes her free throw. I was shocked to see the other night that she was just a freshman. She carries herself and plays like a more experienced player. like Ellenwood could have a good future as well, even though they're losing several seniors this year. Pulls them back within 7 points. Dahl starts making her threes. That's just a pair of threes and back in a close ball game. Rolfs isn't the quickest player, but she is pretty smart. She tries to judge how her defense is gonna guard her.
Great pass by Kreitz, the freshman.
And that was also a nice cut from Brianna Schartz coming down the lane too.
Got a good look at it.
Arndt's gonna pull it for the jumper. I think that's her first of the game. Nice shot, but off the mark. Central Plains picks it back up. Stiles is much more active with this coaching tonight. He was pretty quiet in the semifinal game, but he's much more active. I think he realizes what all is at stake for his undefeated team. Travel called on Ryan. She looks pretty frustrated with that.
Great on-ball defense by Arndt again. She's a really good on-ball defender.
She is. She's quick and she stays with it. Doesn't draw fouls. It's good for a defender. 28 seconds left in this third quarter. Ellenwood's gonna want to end with a score. Another miss from Dahl on the three, and Arndt, we were just talking about not being a fouler. That was a silly foul going over the back.
Phelan back in to help Central Plains take the last shot here on offense.
Now I understand that Dahl's three-point shot is very much a part of this Ellenwood game, but she's missed so many in the second half and it's not working. They need to make something else happen. 15 seconds left. Central Plains is trying to get a score before the end of the quarter.
Make her go right. There you go, good. Wow.
A pass in. That was poor defense from the rest of Ellenwood's team.
Got to be able to help the helper. When somebody helps on the drive, somebody else has got to help that defender as well.
That'll take us into the fourth quarter, 47-38. 1 quarter left to play in this sub-state championship game, and we'll be back after this break.
ITC operates, builds, and maintains the electric transmission infrastructure. We are working hard to improve electric reliability and increase electric transmission capacity throughout our operations across the Midwest. ITC, we're your energy superhighway.
Recognize our sponsor, Heft & Sons LLC. They do aggregate, asphalt, and concrete. We're hometown people and want to see Greensburg thrive. Contact them at 723-2495. Here at the start of the fourth quarter, 8 minutes of basketball separates one of these teams from a state berth. Central Plains, obviously the favorite with an undefeated season so far. Nice jump shot taken. And the foul is going to be called on Holmes. She came flying in for the rebound. And she fouls out of the game. This is not uncommon for Holmes. I think she does it just about every game, if not every other.
Again, you can kind of look back to the first half. She picks up her third foul, I think, with about 47 seconds left in the first half. It really hurts you playing the style you're going to want to play in the second half.
And she's one of the only seniors on the Central Plains team, so she could have just seen her last minutes of basketball in high school. Hopefully not, but you never know. Rebound from Ellenwood, and a foul is called.
It's going to be Phelan's fourth foul. Fourth foul early in the fourth quarter here.
Things are not looking good for Central Plains. Really, Ellenwood doesn't have to play much basketball right now as long as they can just get all of Central Plains teams on the bench.
Phelan comes out of the game. Kreitz, the freshman, comes back in.
Though Holmes is a good player, her absence is not going to hurt the team near as much as Phelan's. Ellenwood trying to be patient. Well, most of Ellenwood trying to be patient. Dahl really likes to shoot those three-pointers. Central Plains picks it back up. And they're going to be happy to try to waste some time here, but Ellenwood's not going to let them. Oh, that's going to be called off Central Plains. I would think, based on her reaction not chasing the ball, that she was pretty sure Ellenwood had touched it.
I think it went off her leg out of bounds, it looked like. Little high-low look from Ellenwood.
Ellenwood trying to favor their plays more. And a foul's going to be calling Ward. She was over the back. This has to be frustrating for Ellenwood. They've only scored 7 points coming from halftime to 17 from Central Plains. Somebody has to step out and decide how to score.
Fouls are 6 of 6. We'll have 1 and 1 the rest of the way.
And that can really change the game. A carry is called by Rolfs. Ellenwood takes over. They're glad to capitalize on the mistakes of Central Plains. Hopefully it can end with some points for them this time. It hasn't. Setting some more screens, passing around. When Ellenwood is on point, they're really passing. Good take in from Hayes. She was fouled on her shot, and she made a pair of free throws earlier, so she's confident at the free throw line. And that already sends Central Plains to their 7th foul. So anytime they foul another player, it's going to end on the line. Could make for a long second half here.
Arndt and Panning back in. Freshman Panning and senior Panning, both sisters are on the floor. Really good drive by Hayes the last time down. She kind of exposed the ball a little bit to the defense. They'd reach in and then she swung through the contact and got herself a pair of free throws.
That was a smart move by Ellenwood's coach. He put both Ward and Dahl on the bench to have a break with 6:09 left. And we have a full timeout from Central Plains. They're up 47-39. Name of the game today is three-pointers. Both of these teams favor them so drastically, not just making them, but also taking them. No matter how many they're making, they take quite a few three-pointers. Dahl there on that last three-point make. She's 33% on the season. I want to recognize our sponsor, BTI Equipment. They're in Buckland, Greensburg, Ness City, and Pratt.
A coach once wrote, when we lose without excuses and when we acknowledge the better team, we place winning and losing in their proper perspective. That's when we find out if we can be good sports. Sportsmanship is a goal to strive for at all times, in athletics, activities, and in your daily life. Remember to act in a proper manner the next time you attend a high school activity event. A public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kiowa County Media Center.
Three-point shot by Ryan. It is off. Central Plains really wanted a foul to be called on the defender up top with Ryan earlier in the play. Ellenwood trying to be patient. They're still down by 8. Close catch there by Arndt. She takes the baseline jumper, but it goes back to Central Plains. That wasn't the wrong move, though. Ellenwood has to have some points here. Only way you're going to get points is if you have those shots. Foul's called on Arndt. She tried to reach around. Wasn't very good timing on her part. Puts Rolfs on the line. She's a confident shooter.
A lot of substitutions here for Ellenwood.
I believe he just put his starting lineup back in the game, short of Panning. Rolfs makes her first free throw. Want to recognize Centera Bank. You can visit them at centerabank.com. They are located in Mineola, Satana, Sublette, Dodge, and Greensburg. Ellenwood with the rebound. Down by 9 points. Not had much scoring here in the second half. Hayes tries to change that. She takes it in. Rebound to Ward, but Ward doesn't do quite as well under pressure. She doesn't have much vertical to be able to work with. She prefers a pretty flat-footed shot. Central Plains trying to be patient. Both of these teams right now are going to be on the line if they're fouled, so they're not afraid of contact. But that does mean that defense has to be as clean as it's been. Steal from Ellenwood. They're going to try to push it up the court. Hayes takes it in. Rebound from Ward, and she is going to be fouled. Foul on Brianna Schartz. Really athletic move going end to end by Hayes. Ward makes her first free throw.
Panning, the freshman, back in the game for Ellenwood, and Phelan back in the game for Central Plains.
Don't forget, Phelan has 4 fouls. 4:13 left to play in this game. She has to hold back her aggression a little bit. Ryan's walking it up the court. 4:08 left to play. Central Plains still has an 8-point lead. They're happy just to pass it around, wasting time. The longer they have the ball, the less time Ellenwood gets the ball. Dahl tries to go for the steal. Rolfs is really just content to dribble around. They've already taken a good 30 seconds off of this game. That is not something Ellenwood can afford, especially with their scoring drought. Dahl picks up a foul, putting Central Plains on the line. Even if you foul, all you're guaranteeing is that they could potentially get 2 points. If they don't foul, they have no chance of scoring themselves. So you really have to pick what's the lesser of two evils. Want to recognize Brown Auction and Real Estate. You can contact them at 723-2111. Missed free throw on the line, but a rebound from Central Plains. It's not ideal for Ellenwood. They basically wasted a foul.
Yeah, that's a killer.
They're trying to play aggressive right now. Central Plains is controlling this game. They've taken a solid minute off the clock just on this offensive possession. Has to be such a debilitating feeling for Ellenwood. Under 3 minutes left to play. And a foul is called on Ellenwood. You might have heard Ellenwood's cheer section chanting boring. Regardless if it's boring, it's working. Phelan is on the free throw line.
Ellenwood's kind of a tough spot. The three girls Central Plains has on top are all good free throw shooters. As Phelan misses one there, but they are all pretty good shooters. So you don't want to foul any of them.
Dahl again on the three-point shot. Luckily, Hayes has the rebound. Is fouled. That'll put her on the line. She's had great luck with her free throws. 2:42 left to play, a 10-point deficit. That wouldn't seem like a big deal, but when you've only scored 10 points in the entire second half, to overcome that is near impossible at the rate they're playing. And that doesn't help much. I'd like to recognize Main Street Pharmacy, your hometown service close to home, Women's Healthcare Center and Compounding Pharmacy, proud supporter of South Central Timberwolves. Check out the gift store, it's worth the drive. Doctors Tony and Lisa Gales.
Wilton Arndt back in the game for Ellenwood. Looks like the Ellenwood's coach trying to go a little bit offense, defense, pick up the full court pressure.
You can see their season slipping away, how the second half is going. Central Plains really has just took off at the beginning of this quarter. A jump ball is called. It's a lot of tears from Hayes. I think she took an elbow to the face.
Yeah,
Phelan's not going to give up. Yeah, it might be borderline out of control, but she's fighting for the ball, and she has every time.
Really great on-ball defense by Hayes, and then good hustle by everyone. Hayes kind of got popped in the nose a little bit. She's going to have some watery eyes here for a bit.
They're down by 9. If they can secure 2 or 3, they are going to have a timeout, just a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. Central Plains leading 50-41, 9 points. What do you think has to happen for Ellenwood to have a chance at this game?
Well, Ellenwood went back to their offensive unit. They've got Beckwith, it looks like, got substituted in there, and we had another sub, might have been Ward. He got substituted in. I'm sure we'll see a set play here from them and maybe another timeout, but they might just have to go back to playing defense and then foul right away. Put Central Plains back on the line.
If they can have a set play that sets them up for a 3-pointer, though, we want to recognize our sponsor, Your Fired Ceramics and Canvas. They do bisque painting, canvas painting, and pottery wheel classes. She comes to Greensburg Rec Center once a month to teach a canvas painting class, but can teach a class anywhere, so contact her to set up a party at your location.
Look for a set play here from Ellenwood, try to get a score.
And as I was saying, if they could get 3 points here, it's just a 6-point ball game. Favoring the 3-point shot, it's only a couple of possessions. This is an interesting play I remembered from last time. They set up a series of screens. Hayes,
great rebound by Hayes, but she traveled.
She's going to be called on the travel. That's unfortunate. That was just a mishandle on her part. She's playing so well right now. 2 minutes left in this game, down by 9. There are a lot of seniors on this Ellenwood team that's looking at their last basketball game if they can't make something happen. They're going to be content to waste time. You have to foul. There is not enough time for them to score. I don't think they realize what time is left right now. You have to foul. She's too quick just to try to grab her jersey. I'm not sure what Ellenwood is doing right now. I think they're waiting on their coach's permission, but he just wasted another 30 seconds of play. He's calling him over to talk to him right now while they're on the free throw line. Sometimes I wish I could hear through these headsets to see what he's saying, but Rolf's on the line. She makes her first, a 2. Puts them up by 10. I think even if they're up by 4 points right now, that would almost seem insurmountable. This has not been a good second half for Ellenwood.
They've definitely struggled to score. They're surely going to be looking for Dahl here. And a quick look.
They're settling. Another 3-point attempt. Foul is called. Ward did well to foul quickly that time. Too little too late from Ellenwood. They had a great first half showing, ended on a high note, but they've never had control of this game at any point. It's been Central Plains' game. Ryan misses her first of 2.
Senior Panning back in for the freshman Panning.
Some joking going on backcourt between Central Plains players. I think they're pretty confident in this game right now. Ellenwood would pretty much have to come up with a miracle right now to get back in it. Oh, so frustrating. Panning off her own foot, trying to see what's going on.
Going offense, defense here. Wilt and Arndt back in the game. Try to pick up their half-court defense.
Just over a minute left. Foul is called. It's obvious that she's trying to foul, and when you don't call a foul quickly, there's a chance somebody could get hurt because then they're going to get more aggressive as they go. Rolf's on the line again. She misses her first of two. Rolfs makes her second shot, pull ahead by 11. Just a minute left to play in this game. I really do feel for Ellenwood. They have a good team. They've had a good year. One of their 4 losses has come to this Central Plains team, a very talented team. It's a lot of seniors that are about to end their high school basketball career. And that's something that Central Plains lacks, is seniors. They have a very young team. To be this dominant this year, they have at least 2 more dominant years, if not many more after that. They're very talented athletes.
Arndt and Wilt back in the game for Ellenwood.
Hayes misses her free throw. And now it's just going to be keep away. All of Ellenwood were going after every single girl. 43 seconds left. It's going to be a long 43 seconds, though, because you know it's going to be foul after foul after foul. Ellenwood trying to take quick shots, fouling immediately. Central Plains extends to 11. Ellenwood's coaching, though, is doing pretty much as he can. He can't score for them. They haven't scored much in the second half. Just a reminder, halftime was 30-31. Ellenwood has only added 11 points. Dahl had that many alone in the first half.
Great rebound on Hayes.
Putback, yeah. She's done an outstanding rebounding. We have a timeout, a full timeout called by Ellenwood. They're going to try to make something happen here. They're still down by 10, only 34 seconds. I feel like if you had 16 minutes already to try to score that much and you couldn't, 34 seconds probably isn't the time to try to do it.
We're surely going to see some full court pressure here by Ellenwood. They're going to do everything they can not to foul Ralphs or Phelan, but they're probably going to have to foul whoever catches the ball as soon as they bring it in.
You can just kind of see Central Plains relaxing. I think they realize that they've pretty well secured this win. This will be, I believe, their 25th win of the season going into state. What I will imagine will be a first place seat. And just as you said, they are trying to do a full court press. That's something I didn't really see in this week of play, was full court pressure. There's a lot of half court extended pressure, but not as much full court, and I'm not completely certain why. I've seen a lot of good basketball teams play over the years that really dominate in the full court pressure.
Well, it's not Ellenwood's strength. I think Ellenwood's strength is a half court defense, half court offense type team. Central Plains had a little bit of pressure early in the game, but they've kind of got out of it as Ellenwood's broken their pressure pretty well.
Phelan makes both quick free throws, 56-44. He's tried to make a pass off the side of Amanda Tucker. Just 20 seconds left. I'm not sure what else Ellenwood could have done in this game against a very talented Central Plains other than scoring in the second half, but Dahl was just dry coming out of halftime. She had a really nice first half, putting up 14 points, and the last time these two teams met, she only had 3. Balin with her 13th point of the game.
Wiltz back in the game for Ellenwood.
17 seconds left here. Dahl's probably going to keep it and try to shoot a 3. That she does. She misses once again. Central Plains has it. They do go ahead and foul. Just 7 seconds left in the game. 58-44. As I mentioned, you feel for a team that has so many seniors that really in many of the other sub-states could have won it. They have a good team, have a lot of experience, a lot of athletic ability, but this is just an outstanding Central Plains team.
Absolutely, and as we mentioned earlier, they're young too. They're going to have a lot of years ahead of them, but this year's obviously going to be a good year for them at state. They'll be one of the higher seeds at state, I'm sure, probably seed 1, 2, or 3.
They will be, and they could have a good chance of even winning it, which should make Ellenwood feel pretty good. They're not being taken out by just a subpar team here. Wolf picks up another point. Just 7 seconds left in this game. And that's going to end this game. Central Plains making a visit to state basketball. Ellenwood ends their season. Nothing to be disappointed in. They had a great showing here in this sub-state tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, we talked about all the seniors for Ellenwood, and you've got to appreciate and recognize the hard work those seniors put in all year to get where they're at. You know, it never feels good to lose a game, especially this late in the year, but they put a lot of work in to get here.
Stick around for the boys' game, but we're going to send you over to the PA for the award ceremony here.
Presentations of awards. The 2014 Girls 2A Sub-State runner-ups are the Ellenwood Eagles. Your 2014 Girls 2A Sub-State champions are the Central Plains Oilers. I'd like to congratulate both teams on a game well played. Central Plains will be representing our sub-state next week at Kansas State University in Manhattan, Kansas. Thank you for coming.
Going to send it over to Matt for an interview with the sub-state champions coach.
I'm joined by Central Plains coach Pat Stiles. Just talk a little bit about the game. Coach, how does it feel to be sub-state champions?
Oh, it's a great feeling. You know, we've worked so hard, and we've just been taking one game at a time, and it just the girls really deserve it. They worked really hard this year.
How are you going to prepare for your team and your school for the state tournament next week?
Well, you know, we've been there before, and so we kind of have a routine when we go to Manhattan. So we'll just get ready and have practice Monday and Tuesday and see who we play. But it's just a great feeling to have these kids rewarded to get to go to state. They've worked hard, and they've done a great job.
Well, congratulations and good luck next week, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you, Whitney.
Stick around for the championship game for boys. This is Kiowa County Media Center Sports.
Kiowa County School, located in Greensburg, Kansas, is an innovation leader. The school serves pre-kindergarten through 12th grade students from Mullinville, Greensburg, and Haviland. The facility, all housed under one roof, was recently granted LEED Platinum certification. The school was built in response to the destruction of school facilities in Greensburg during an EF5 tornado that destroyed 95% of the town in 2007. As the town rebuilt, the community committed to building back responsibly and sustainably. The administration and the Board of Education for USD 422, with the support of the communities the school serves, have created a one-of-a-kind school facility that has quality learning environment for students. The building itself is a learning tool, and the district welcomes visitors to learn about sustainability by visiting and touring the structure. The exterior of the building features 3 different kinds of low-maintenance surfaces. The first exterior surface is reclaimed cypress, recovered from the aftermath of the Hurricane Katrina disaster in 2006. It is a low maintenance and has to be sealed just once every 2 to 3 years. The dark gray material you see is zinc imported from France. The second exterior surface material is durable and completely maintenance-free. It will look exactly the same 50 years from now. The third exterior surface is limestone cladding and not only comes from a local vendor in the Great Bend, Kansas area, but also requires no labor or materials to maintain it, even with high exposure to Kansas weather extremes. From outside the auxiliary gymnasium, visitors can see how the school is organized. From this location, visitors notice our shared spaces. Our facility is a pre-kindergarten through 12th grade facility, and so to avoid the expense of building duplicate spaces, all of our students share some common areas under one roof. Those shared spaces are all on this main floor and include the gymnasiums, the cafeteria, the library, and the music room. One of the most visually striking elements of our building is the interior wood, visible from any classroom and in many of the shared spaces. The wood is both aesthetically appealing and helps with acoustics. All the interior wood is reclaimed fir from old barns in southeast Kansas and from a warehouse in California. Another sustainable feature of our building is the use of burnished block and polished concrete floors. Surfaces that require painting, like sheetrock walls, shampooing, like carpet, stripping and waxing, like tiled floors, are expensive to maintain over the life cycle of a building, not only requiring money for paint and paint supplies, wax and shampoo, but also for the labor itself. This building eliminates most of that expense. Many of our walls do not require paint, and the floor surface throughout the whole building, with the exception of 3 office spaces, is polished concrete, cleaned with basic soap and water. Inside our gymnasiums, visitors can see how architects utilize another green element throughout the building. Natural day lighting lights many spaces, but is probably most noticeable during the normal school day in our gyms. During the school day, even on cloudy days, lights are either off or use very few lumens to light many spaces in the building. This is our school's weight room. This serves as a physical education elective classroom during the day and an exercise facility for employees after hours. Some of the most popular features here for students and staff are the customized weight equipment with our school's logo and the iPod docking station. Here in the cafeteria, you again see the reclaimed wood that helps with acoustics and tempers noise. The kitchen staff serves from one end of the cafeteria, and at the other end is a concession stand for activities that our school hosts. There are several kinds of seating, including standard tables, tall tables, a countertop that faces the courtyard, and, when the weather permits, outdoor seating. As part of the school's green design, we do have a recycling room. Paper, plastic, cardboard, and other items that are used in abundance are brought to this room and then taken to our county's recycling center. The band and vocal room is separated from the main part of the building by an outdoor walkway. In bad weather, these large doors can be closed to help block the cold winds from the north as students pass from the main building to the music classroom. The outdoor classroom offers teachers and students the opportunity to take advantage of outdoor learning. Here, as in the rest of the building, students have access to Wi-Fi. The building is heated and cooled using geothermal technology, another green option for newly constructed buildings. There are 96 wells that run 410 feet deep. This system heats and cools the building at a much lower cost to the school district. During the summer months, when we are cooling the building, the facility also uses something called a cooling tower. Hot outside air is piped into the tower and it passes through what appears to be a mini rainstorm inside the cooling tower. Every school features lockers and cubbies for students to store classroom materials during the day. Here at Kiowa County Schools, our lockers and cubbies are made from recycled plastic. Inside each classroom, we utilize the natural day lighting. Also, in each classroom, you see the reclaimed wood that helps with acoustics as well as aesthetics. In addition to the wood in the classroom, fabric-covered acoustic panels help diminish the echo in the learning environment. In order to control light in certain situations, each classroom is also equipped with shades on both sets of windows. The high, out-of-reach windows feature shades that are on a remote control. Another green element that our school uses is a Promethean board, a high-tech interactive chalkboard, so to speak. These boards are interactive boards that allow teachers and students to give and take notes electronically, as well as other interactive educational activities, reducing the amount of paper that is needed each day. In addition, at our school, students are issued a notebook computer for school use that they are allowed to take with them and use at home as well as in the classroom. The workroom features a custom-made cabinet that was specially designed and made for this space. It has been a design that our furniture company liked enough to begin featuring in their catalog. It provides a large workspace and plenty of storage. At some point in the future, the groundwork has been laid to install a green roof. This will someday be located on the roof above the library, just outside the high school teacher's workroom. Until then, the roof is completely functional, and installation can wait until the project is funded. This is a library, and it is one of our shared spaces. It serves students from preschool all the way through 12th grade. The courtyard area is our playground. It features some new playground equipment and a couple of other play areas. The architects who designed the school consulted with child psychologists. They learned that healthy play requires 3 very simple things: for children to have an opportunity 1. to run, 2. to climb, and 3. to hide. Based on their findings, this design features plenty of room to run, and the pyramid and amphitheater in the center of the courtyard give opportunities to both climb and hide. At the west end of the courtyard, you also see one of the 5 above-ground water cisterns designed to capture rainwater. The school can capture 121,000 gallons of water that is used for watering trees, natural grasses, and the few areas where sod has been planted. As predicted, our data shows that the building is doing exactly what it was designed to do. According to Darren Hedrick, USD 422 superintendent,
by conserving that water and reducing our irrigation cost, and then also by having waterless urinals and a lot of water-saving features within the building, we've really exceeded our expectation on water conservation. And really about 35 to 45% of the water we used to use is what we use currently. And so we've really exceeded where we thought we were going to be with regard to that, and really pleased with the data and how that's going.
In addition to capturing water, the school installed artificial turf on our largest grassy area, the school's football field. Currently, the school uses 55% less water than used in our prior facilities. The football field and track play host to many sporting events for the school. The field is artificial turf, which is low maintenance. It requires no water and no mowing like other football fields. Currently, the field accommodates 8-man football, but can expand to an 11-man field if the school grows without disturbing the existing track. Also contributing significantly to the facility's environmentally friendly label is the school's 50 kilowatt endurance wind generator. Our generator is among the top 3 producing towers in the world, trading the top spot honors with the unit in London, England, and also with a similar unit right here in Greensburg, owned by the Kiowa County Memorial Hospital. To date, our unit has produced in excess of 366,000 kilowatt hours for savings of around $40,000 in electrical billing. Much of the credit for the vision of this facility has to go to the USD 422 Board of Education and the administrative team that was in place following the destruction of the school. Those administrators are still here, enjoying the fruits of their labors. Also key to the successful completion of this project was undying community support. Because of the joint efforts of folks who live and work here, along with the professionals from B&IM Architects and McCown Gordon Construction, this is an amazing facility in which to educate our students.
The internet has drastically changed the way we communicate. Are you keeping up with the times? The Kiowa County Media Center can connect you with viewers in markets all over the region, the state, and the world. Our technology keeps us on pace with the high demand of internet video content. Bring your audience from anywhere in the world to your wedding, conference, sporting event, concert, and much more. No one does high-quality video streaming like us. We are the Kiowa County Media Center, leading the new age of communication.
ITC operates, builds, and maintains the electric transmission infrastructure. We are working hard to improve electric reliability and increase electric transmission capacity throughout our operations across the Midwest. ITC, we're your energy superhighway.
Hello and welcome to Greensburg, Kansas for the Sub-State Finals game between the Central Plains Oilers and the St. John Tigers. I'm Matt Christensen and I'll be doing play-by-play for tonight's game, and I'm joined by color commentator Travis Barnes.
Hello.
These are two outstanding teams who are very familiar with each other. The Oilers have no losses this season, actually, except for the 3 losses they have in their 3 games against the Tigers, while the Tigers have no losses whatsoever and are 22-0 coming into this game looking to defend their last year's state title. Things to kind of keep in mind is while Central Plains is 0-3 against St. John this year, each one of those games has been the closest game which St. John have played so far this season. Central Plains is the only team to get within 10 points of St. John, and aside from Central Plains, only 2 other teams all year have even been within 25 points at the end of the scoring, those 2 teams being Larned and Nickerson.
The Oilers, Matt, they come into this game off a comfortable victory last night, 58-41 over South Central Timberwolves. They're led by Lane Beaverly, number 3. He's a 6'1 guard. He had 24 points last night to lead all scorers, and he's just as dangerous off the dribble as he is with his shooting ability. The other 2 players you want to keep an eye out for the Oilers is a pair of sophomores, number 1 Braden Kreitz and number 20 Michael Ryan. They both they contributed 10 and 16 points to Central Plains' victory in the semifinals, respectively, and they're very much the same type of mold as Beaverly. Very, very quick team. They can really beat you fast off the dribble. But the only thing they're missing is a big man.
Well, as for the Tigers, they had little difficulty dispatching Medicine Lodge last night. They won that game 48-23. And although that was the lowest point total of the Tigers' season so far, should be noted they spent the majority of the second half in kind of a delay offense, just looking to get out of that game with a W. Tigers are led by their 6'8 junior, Dean Wade. He's averaging 22 points per game this year and had 22 points in the first half alone yesterday, although not a lot of scoring happening in the second half. As far as the head-to-head games, Wade's averaged 27 points against the Central Plains team. So you got to think that Central Plains has got to be searching for an answer to try and slow him down somewhat. Another Tiger player you need to keep an eye on that's their senior guard, Zuriel Reyes. Reyes is the Tigers' second leading scorer on the season, averaging just shy of 16 points a game. Unfortunately, he went down with a leg injury against the first-round playoff game against Skyline earlier this week and did not play at all last night, although it should be noted that Reyes is suited up for tonight's game, so we'll need to see if he's actually going to get any playing time, and if so, how he's going to influence this game. So the other thing to keep in mind about Reyes is in those games head-to-head games against Central Plains, he's averaged about 17 points, whereas St. John's margin of victory has been 12 points. So his presence or absence, or how close to 100% he is, could have a profound impact on the outcome of this game and really give Central Plains a really good shot of coming out, ending St. John's unbeaten streak, and getting out to Manhattan next week. So we're ready to start starting lineups, so we'll toss it over to the PA system and Athletic Director Trevor Powell.
Kiowa County High School to the 2A boys sub-state final between the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Central Plains High School Oilers, and the home team, St. John High School Tigers. This game is sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association. This activity is primarily for the student participants and is played to provide a positive experience for the athletes. The tournament winner will be honored as a 2014 Sub-State Class 2A champion. The winner will advance to the state championship to be played next week at Bramlage Coliseum in Manhattan, Kansas. Now for the introduction of our starting lineups. First, for the Central Plains High School Oilers, number 1, a 6'1 sophomore, Braden Kreitz. For the St. John High School Tigers, number 1, a 6-foot senior, Cade Kinnaman. For the Oilers, number 3, a 6'1 junior, Lane Beaverly. For the Tigers, number 10, a 5'10 freshman, Cole Kinnaman. For the Oilers, number 20, a 6-foot sophomore, Michael Ryan. For the Tigers, number 24, a 5'11 freshman, Jorge Caleros. For the Oilers, number 23, a 6-foot junior, Michael Lamash. For the Tigers, number 32, a 6'8" junior, Dean Wade. And for the Oilers, number 33, a 6'1" senior, Evan Liebel. For the Tigers, number 43, a 6'3" senior, Jesus Alvarez. For Oilers, head coach Brett Rolfs, assisted by Aaron Gonzalez. The Tigers, head coach Clint Kinnaman, assisted by Chad Freese. Officials for tonight's contest are Brent Garrison, Dennis Dutton, and Rick Long. Good luck, gentlemen.
Winter in Kansas is filled with many changes. From icy winds to gentle snow, it's time to enjoy the excitement of interscholastic activities. Thousands of Kansas high school students need your support and encouragement. The Kansas State High School Activities Association and its member schools provide thrills and suspense for a lifetime of memories. See another part of education come to life through interscholastic activities. A public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kiowa County Media Center.
And here we go, getting set for tip-off here. It will be Wade going up against Bieberly. Wade does have a few inches on Bieberly, it looks like, although, should be noted, great athletes all around on Central Plains, so not necessarily as one-sided as you might think, although Wade does come out on top, and St. John will start out with possession. And again, just to note, as what we were talking about in pregame, Reyes is not in the starting lineup, and gets off to a fast start for St. John as Wade, opportunity for a three-point play.
And really, you know, the game that St. John played last night versus Medicine Lodge, they had a big guy, 6'10", Angel, that was able to at least get a hand in there and confront Wade a little bit harder. The Oilers are going to have a tough time tonight shutting down Wade. I expect him to have a big night. Well,
If past experience is any indication, they have not found an answer to him yet this season. He's averaging 27 points per game against this Oiler team. As Kreitz fadeaway jumper, no good, but Plains gets the rebound. And Ryan's three, no good. Rebound to Wade.
Really physical play there under the basketball for the rebound. This game, these two teams know each other very well, and I expect to see a lot of hearts left on the court.
It's very rare in high school you're going to have two teams play each other 4 times on the season, but that's exactly what's happening with these two teams. And both members of the Central Prairie League, so do a home and a home every year. Also face each other in the league tournament, league championship game, and also here in the championship game of the 2A sub-state. Bieberly with the drive is going to kick it back out to Ryan. And Ryan's going to set the offense back up.
You know, even though this rivalry's been a little bit one-sided this season, and you can definitely tell it's got a feel of a true rivalry game. There's a lot of energy in this gymnasium tonight. I'm loving it.
Lamach gets the Oilers on the board. And 3 seconds in the lane called on St. John. Not sure if that was called on Wade or Alvarez, but either way, it's a turnover. So Lamach's shot there. So Central Plains, opportunity to take the lead here early. And Kreitz going to take a jumper, and he's going to drain it. And Central Plains, just like that, they've got the lead. Wade going to pull up for 3, and he's going to drain it. And talked a little bit about it before yesterday's game, not so much this game, but Wade very dangerous to be on the arc, as is Lamach, answering tit for tat. A lot of emotion here early in this game. But speaking of Wade again, he is shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, which is very, very good for 6'8". And as you can see there, he's dangerous from wherever he is on the court. 2 more points there, and Wade up to 8 points already here early in this game.
Yeah, he's really taking this game over offensively. Without Reyes on the court, he's going to have to pick up his game, to help push them past. But he's definitely brought his A game tonight.
Well, he is carrying St. John so far. He has all 8 of their points. And as we saw in yesterday's game, St. John's coaching staff does sub early and often, always looking to get their guys rest and keep fresh legs on the floor. So in the game now, number 33, Trey Nelson.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Wade was trying to cut back inside, and the pass from Kinnaman just went a little bit wide.
And Hedda Caleros, number 2, also in the game now, freshly for St. John. St. John in the man-to-man defense. Beaverly pulling back for a 3. It's partially blocked, but ball definitely bounces the way of the Oilers, but unfortunately, Lamont not able to convert there. And it looks like a foul called away from the ball. Looks like it's going to be called on Kreitz. That'll be his first foul of the game, and just the second foul overall on the Oilers.
Yeah, Kreitz is really fighting for position there on that last possession.
And nice drive in there by Caleros. And the Tigers have their first point scored by someone other than Wade. And Ryan's going to draw the foul. That's going to be called on the floor before the shot. Foul's called on Kinnaman. Into the game now for the Oilers, number 21, Colin Zink. And Wade going to be taking a breather for St. John. Ryan, good move, good position, but again, Oilers getting some pretty good shots into the basket. They're just not able to make them here early.
Yeah, that was a really good inbounds play. Ryan had a really sweet cutback, just couldn't finish on the layup.
And Kinnaman going to take a 3, no good. And Beaverly gets the rebound. Both these teams do like to push that ball up the court. Going to draw a blocking foul there.
Yeah, Kreitz just a little bit quicker. Kinnaman didn't have any time to set up and couldn't do anything but fall backwards.
And once again, another foul called away from the ball. Again on St. John, this one's going to be called against number 33, Trey Nelson. So from going from 0 fouls to 3 in the span of just a few seconds is the St. John Tigers. The style of offense that
And we'd like to take a moment to apologize for a little bit of frame rate issues we're having right now. Hopefully we'll get that worked out in the trailer and we can watch the rest of the game uninterrupted.
Wade back in the game now for St. John. And it's going to be a travel called on Jorge Caleros. Took an extra step before he got that pass off. Central Plains once again have an opportunity to, if not tie the game up with a three-point play, at least cut into the lead.
I really like this offense that the Oilers are running. They're really trying to eliminate the real tough pressure defense that the St. John Tigers are putting by setting a lot of screens. There's a lot of movement, a lot of motion, screen after screen, and I like that. I really do.
Yeah, kind of a classic motion offense is that everybody's in motion, no matter if you have the ball or not. And nice cut there by Bieberly, and great drive to the basket, great finish.
Offense worked to perfection on that possession.
Bieberly's first points of the game, actually. And Ryan's going to get the rebound. And once again, great shot for the Oilers, just not able to finish. And again, great rebounding by Central Plains, but just not able to finish the shots. St. John finally ends with the ball, and they'll set up their offense on the other end. And three-pointer no good by Los Claros. And again, pushing it the other way is the Oilers. Bieberly 2 more points, and just like that, they've got the lead. Nice defense there by Ryan, not able to save it before it goes out of bounds, and that may actually almost cost the Oilers. The St. John crowd wanted goaltending there, I think, but was not called, and that will be called as out of bounds off of the Tigers.
And I'm just left speechless. This is really, really good basketball. We're watching a lot of effort here. We saw it from Ryan last night a couple of times. He dove after the ball was going out of bounds, and he about landed up here in our box. Man, same goes to be said for St. John there at the last. Just too bad that his foot was out of bounds.
He believes another drive, and he's going to draw a foul on the floor. It's going to be called against number 24, Jorge Claros. Claros' first foul, and 4th team foul against the Tigers. It's one thing to keep in mind just how long the Oilers are able to keep either the lead and or the game close, because St. John is definitely not used to playing behind, and is not all that often they're even playing in a close game. So not often they're under pressure, but they're going to be here tonight. Kinnaman's three-pointer at the end of the first quarter, no good. So Central Plains fans have to be happy the way the first quarter went. They're going to go into the second quarter up 13-10. Leave you with some highlights. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center. The Kiowa County Media Center would like to thank Greensburg Tourism for their support of tonight's broadcast. For more info, visit greensburgks.org or call the Bigwell Museum and Visitor Info Center at 620-723-4102. Come experience the story in Greensburg. And first quarter is every bit as exciting as we were hoping it to be here. Oilers come out on top that first frame, 13-10. And they'll start out the second quarter with the ball. Bieberly with the drive, and he is going to get a three-point play. Okay, we kind of mentioned it here on the pregame, but Bieberly extremely dangerous off the dribble, as he showed there. Always attacking that basket hard, and 2 more points there with an opportunity for a third. And he converts. Just like that, Central Plains out to a 6-point lead here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's they're really shutting down Wade down inside. He's not getting any opportunities whatsoever.
Wade had a quick start to this game again, scoring the first 8 points for the Tigers, but has been quiet second part of the first quarter, and here to start the second. You got to think if Reyes' absence has allowed the Oilers defenders to focus even more on Wade than they otherwise would have. Kinnaman taking up some slack there with a 3. Not sure what the call by the referee was there, but wanted to have a quick chat with the scorer's table.
I think it was a warning for delayed game, touching the ball after 1-3, but I could be wrong.
St. John fans thought there might have been a travel there, but officials didn't see it. And Beaver going to take a 3 from the corner, and he's going to drain it, and he definitely has a hot hand down.
Beaverly is taking this game over.
Up to 10 points to lead all scorers. Kinnaman, hot hand himself, that's his second straight 3. And teams just trading points at this point. And Ryan from the free throw line. Good old-fashioned 2-point free throw. And those are Ryan's first points of the game. Stretching the lead for the Orioles back out to 5. Kinnaman's 3, a little short, and that's Cade Kinnaman.
And you got to wonder if St. John's a little out of their element here, being behind. And I mean, they're not running their offense. They're getting a little bit frustrated. Whereas the Oilers, they're running like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, again, they're St. John defending state champions, haven't lost yet this year. Really haven't had too many close games even. Again, they're definitely going to be under pressure here tonight, though. It's Price, pull-up jumper, no good. And Wade comes down to rebound. Wade going to drive, kick it back out. Kinnaman with the 3, no good. So I believe that was probably a 2, but didn't go in either way. And Oilers with a chance to increase their lead. Mach's 3, no good. Wade with the rebound again. St. John actually looks like they're trying to slow the pace of this game down a bit, which is, again, not probably typical for them, but it is kind of trying to slow down the Central Plains Oilers, who are very used to high-tempo games. Going to be a whistle on the floor there. Foul's going to be called on Ryan. His first foul and the 4th team foul.
Yeah, right now, Wade is just not a factor at all. He's being very well defended by Liebel.
And Kinnaman going to pull up from a jumper on the baseline. Other Kinnaman gets the rebound, but after a scrum, it's going to end up in the hands of Liebel.
That's a 4th straight miss that Kinnaman has had.
But Bieberly going to give the ball back to the Tigers as he's called for a carry. And 21, Colin Zink going to come into the game now for the Oilers. Going to give Lamach a rest. Pressure man-to-man D shown by the Oilers. And Wade on the drive, he's going to be drawing the foul. Looks like it's going to be a block called against Liebel. Liebel's second foul. And teams now even with 5 fouls apiece here in the first half.
I think if Wade does that a couple more times, Liebel's just not quite as quick as Wade, and I think he could really get him into foul trouble. And
that foul is going to go against Wade, and he's going to have a couple words with the official, asking what he did wrong. That is just Wade's first foul. However, the Tigers are up to 6, so next foul they commit here in the first half will give a 1-on-1 bonus opportunity to the Oilers. Once again, Oilers, 5-point lead. Largest lead of the game so far has been 6. And once again, fouls. A surprising number of fouls in this game have been called away from the ball.
Yeah, there's been a lot of real, fighting through picks, and they're just, the Oilers are such an up-tempo offense that St. John's starting to fall a little behind, and they're reaching out and trying to hold them. And refs are paying attention to it.
And that foul is called on number 2, Heda Clareros. Just his first foul, but as we mentioned just a little bit ago, that does lead to a 1-on-1 opportunity for Bieberly, who's going to be taking the honors from the stripe. No good, and Wade skies in for the rebound.
Before that last free throw, Wade, there we go. Wade had a conversation about the ref. I think he wasn't very happy about that last foul call he had on him. And the refs are telling him to, hey, keep it in check.
And good ball movement from the Oilers, at least a good shot by Kreitz. He's not able to make it, and St. John going to push it the other way. And still pretty aggressive man-to-man defense. And it's going to be a timeout called, 30-second timeout called by the St. John coach. Wants to talk strategy a bit.
And we'd like to take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, the Haviland State Bank. You can contact them at 620-862-5222 or visit their website at havilandstatebank.com. Member FDIC.
So just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Outstanding game here so far. Central Plains jumped out to a quick 5 or 6 point lead early in the second quarter. St. John able to cut that down to 2 at the moment, and they've got the ball. Entry pass down to Wade at the baseline. He's going to kick it out to Clareros. No good. And truthfully, that's one of the things that St. John does rely quite a bit on is shots from beyond the arc. Had some success here so far tonight. Kinnaman's got a couple, Wade's got a couple, but they're also missing their fair share, which has led to their deficit here early in this game.
And really, Wade, every time Wade touches the ball, there's instantly 2 guys on him, so he's going to have a tough night tonight unless he starts finding other ways to manufacture points.
St. John has actually dropped back to his zone defense here. And nice move by Ryan. That's great presence of mind. Almost looked like he was trying to draw the foul there. Then after the contact was made, he had the free rein to make that bank shot.
I was really impressed with Ryan's play last night. He's very, very good ball handler, very aggressive, and plays with a lot of heart. I got a lot of respect for that.
And drawing the contact first, then getting the shot off. And he makes the free throw. Ryan, again, last night, had 16 points in the semifinal game, second only to Bieberly for the Oilers. And good defense again by the Oilers, which really cannot underestimate the Oilers' athleticism and quickness. May think it looks like you have an open passing lane, but they are so quick with both their legs and their hands that they can just close that gap very quickly. And Price is 3, little long, but Lamach is right there for the putback.
Biggest lead tonight for the Oilers.
Now up by 7. Wade, nice drive, but couldn't finish. And Ryan tried to find Kreitz, but Kreitz can jump, but not quite that high.
Our cameraman, Peyton Miller, nice way to be a backstop for that pass. Good job, Peyton.
Yeah, save wear and tear on the cinder block wall.
At least he protected the camera.
Yes. So Wade will bring the ball up. St. John looking to cut into this lead. Wade, quick shot, turnaround, no good. Nice rebound there by number 24, Jorge Caleros, and St. John's going to draw the foul on after that miss. Foul is going to be called on Lamach.
Yep.
Well, just Lamach's first foul. And 6-team foul for the Oilers, so St. John will be shooting the bonus next foul. And nice pass from Wade down into Milton. Gonna draw a foul. Milton get a couple free throws. Nice vision by Wade there, finding the open man. Of course, helps when you're a head taller than everybody.
Well, on that last possession, once Wade got the ball, he was double teamed, and Milton's guy was the guy that came over to help, and so he just made a cut to the basket. Wade saw it.
Milton can't make the second free throw, so Oilers have just about 35 seconds here to see if they can't score the final points of the first half, second quarter. Number 10, Connor Hickle in the game now for the Oilers. And it looks like Bieberly is content to see if he can't wind that clock down, keep the ball out of St. John's hands, and get the final shot of the half. So 10 seconds here for Ryan to make something happen. And Bieberly, that's the second time he's going to be called for a carry. So that's something the officials are definitely watching on him here tonight. And he'll have to be mindful of. So St. John, 2 seconds. Try to make something happen and cut into this lead before the locker room. And that final shot is going to be taken by Jorge Caleros, no good. So that's how we're going to head into the locker room. Central Plains got to be feeling very good about this game so far, going into the locker room with a 26-20 lead over the St. John Tigers. As we take a look at some of the highlights of the first half, we're going to take a quick break. Hope you join us for an interview with Greensburg Mayor Bob Dixon. After we return, you're watching Sub-State Basketball on the Kiowa County Media Center. Welcome back. We're at halftime of this game between the St. John Tigers and the Central Plains Oilers. The Oilers lead 26-20. And at halftime, I'm joined by Greensburg Mayor Bob Dixon to talk a little bit about the town here. Bob, what can you tell us about Greensburg?
Well, Matt, it's great to be here this evening. And have Central Plains and St. John we're hosting, and the girls' games is just fantastic. You know, here in Kiowa County, we got some great things going between all the communities of Haviland, Mullinville, and Greensburg. Barclay College is doing great. 21st Learning Center at Mullinville, and of course this great facility we're in today. With our big well, with what's going on with Greensburg Greentown, with the new theater coming on, there's just a whole sense of excitement in this county and this community of a bright future.
Well, you mentioned the theater. That's one of the ongoing projects that is happening in our area. Can you tell us about, again, some of the new installations the city has seen since the tornado, and maybe some new ones that may be coming on in the next year, 2 years, 3 years?
Well, as we've made some tremendous strides in the last 6.5 years. We've been very blessed to have assistance from all over Kansas. Volunteers, other communities, many of them represented here tonight. But with the new City Hall, an incubator building, the new school, new hospital, the theater that's going to work in conjunction with the school and be their performing arts center, a great facility. Will be open this spring. We'll have the Arts Center, the Bigwell Museum, and in the future we're looking at the new swimming pool, working on improvements to an airport and a new airport. Just continual processes. You're either being a surviving community or you're a thriving community, and we just want to keep the progress that we're growing.
If someone, be it a tourist or even a business investor, has interest in Greensburg, who should they contact to get more information?
Well, I'll tell you, right now the best place is to call Kiowa County Economic Development, Sue Greenleaf Taylor, 620-723-3188, or contact us at City Hall and we'll get you in touch with Sue. And that way then we can guide any potential business or tourists in the right direction. If it's tourism, we'd also like to have them stop by the Big Well and talk to Stacy Barnes, who's the manager of the Big Well and director of tourism. So you have two options there.
Well, anything else you'd like to talk about Greensburg before we go?
Well, I'd just like to say to everyone out there listening and watching, from the bottom of our hearts, we just thank all those people in the last 6 years, 6.5 years that have been there for us and have helped us out through volunteers and all kinds of assistance, and we can't say thanks enough. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for stopping by, Bob, and best of luck for the city of Greensburg as you move forward.
Thanks, Matt.
Well, again, we're going to just a few minutes away from the start of the second half. Hope you join us here. Again, when we return, the Oilers have a 26-20 lead, and it's going to be a great finish to this game. You're watching Sub-State Basketball on the Kiowa County Media Center.
Did you know the Kiowa County Media Center offers state-of-the-art audio production? What does that mean? It means professional recording for bands and solo artists, voiceovers, live events, on-hold messaging, the list goes on. It means that Darren, our audio producer, is Pro Tools certified to mix and master your audio recording professionally with the best tools in the business. It means the latest technology plus the professionals to do the job right. Check it out for yourself on the web at kwksmedia.org. The Kiowa County Media Center, leading the new age of communication. The internet has drastically changed the way we communicate. Are you keeping up with the times? The Kiowa County Media Center can connect you with viewers in markets all over the region, the state, and the world. Our technology keeps us on pace with the high demand of internet video content. Bring your audience from anywhere in the world to your wedding, conference, sporting event, concert, and much more. No one does high-quality video streaming like us. We are the Kiowa County Media Center, leading the new age of communication.
Hello and welcome back. We're just a couple minutes away of starting second half play in this game between the St. John Tigers and the Central Plains Oilers. Oilers in good position to try and avenge 3 regular season losses against the Tigers, up 26-20. Thanks mostly down to the play of Lane Bieberly. He's leading all Oilers with 10 points here so far tonight. Just behind him is Lamach at 7. Other side of the court, Wade, as usual, leading the way for the Tigers. He's got 11. Also should be noted, Cole Kinnaman, number 10. He's right there with 6, with a couple of well-timed threes, keeping the Tigers in this game.
Right, it's been a very, very close game, Matt. The Oilers are really keeping St. John off guard. A lot of motion in their offense, a lot of really good passes. Their offense is working really effectively against them. You know, we mentioned at the beginning of the game that, you know, without Reyes, how would St. John be able to handle it? And would Reyes' points that he provides, would they be a factor? Absolutely, they're a factor, because right now they're down 6 points.
And actually, I'm wondering if even more so than the direct scoring, the fact that Reyes is not in this game is allowing the Central Plains defense to focus much more on Wade and shut him down. Although he does have 11 points, it should be noted, he has actually scored more than 30 in 2 other games against Central Plains. So although he is still getting the job done, not quite as much as he has in the other games, and he's getting shut down to an extent.
Absolutely. Well, every time he touches the ball, he's got 2 guys on it. Every single time. And, you know, Kinnaman's been really trying to even that playing field. He's put up quite a few shots, but they haven't been going in. And, you know, that's the difference. So I'd like to pay attention to another one of our sponsors, Hefton Sons LLC, aggregate asphalt and concrete. We're hometown people and want to see Greensburg thrive. Hefton Sons at AT&T.net.
School activities teach students discipline, teamwork, and dedication while providing them with structured, supervised learning activities. Encourage your son and daughter to participate in school activities. Participation opens the door to a lifetime of enjoyment and excitement. The Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kiowa County Media Center encourages you to make activities and academics curriculum partners. A public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kiowa County Media Center. So St. John will start out with possession and see if they can't cut into this 6-point lead. And as has happened here frequently tonight, officials are keeping a close eye on play away from the ball. That's another foul being called away from the ball. That one going to be called on Kreitz, and that is his second.
It looks like St. John's made a few adjustments coming out of half. They're starting to run a little bit more of a motion offense to get Wade open. He's came off a couple picks, and that's what drew the foul.
And Wade posting up there, and nice move under the basket, drawing the foul, and he'll get a free throw.
That's another foul on Kreitz.
He's up to 3 now, which, again, I'd say 3 players which really can't afford to spend too much time on the bench for the Oilers would be Bieberly, Kreitz, and Lamach.
And Ryan. So really, pretty much any of the Oilers.
They're all players are important. Like I said, that's the moral of this story. Bieber with the drive. That is going to be blocked by number 43, Jesus Alvarez. And pushing the other way are the Tigers. And Kinnaman a little out of control there on the drive. Thought he might have been fouled, but officials didn't see it. Bieberly going to take a long two-point shot. No good. Kinnaman with the rebound. Push him the other way.
Oilers doing a good job getting back on defense.
And Wade starting to get back in the rhythm, posting up there. Not able to convert, but he does draw a foul, so he'll get a couple free throws. Fouls on Liebel. And again, he's up to 3 fouls and hasn't done a lot offensively. But Liebel is a big part
defensively he's, early on we saw him really shutting down Wade. Not quite as quick, but definitely all over him to begin the first half.
3 fouls already here early in the third quarter against the Oilers. Wade makes those free throws, and just like that, it's a 1-point game. Oilers running a motion offense. A lot of picks, a lot of motion away from the ball. Ryan driving in, a little short on the shot. And it's going to be Valeros who comes down with the rebound.
And they've got numbers.
And Kinnaman's 3, no good. And that ball goes out of bounds back in the direction of Oilers. Nice hustle there by Alvarez trying to save it, just couldn't quite get there in time.
Bounced off the referee, which is out of bounds. Kind of like hitting the uprights and kicking a field goal.
Bieberly, nice drive there, and nice block by Wade. And nice sportsmanship, hoping Bieberly back up after the shot. Always good to see. See the drive there. Bieberly gets some body contact. No foul called either on a charge or a block.
And really, Nelson was set up pretty well straight up there. Kinnaman tried to draw the contact, but just wasn't able to.
Ryan shot no good.
Bieberly, sorry.
And St. John with an opportunity to take their first lead since, I believe, the first quarter. Long 3 by Kinnaman, just a little short. Wade not able to come down with the rebound. It ends up in the hands of Ryan. Ryan's going to reset the offense. And another great drive and great finish by Bieberly. Boy, so much of the Oiler offense is just predicated on the quickness and ball handling of their guards, able to get around defenders, thread needles just like that.
That was a nice jump stop move. Completely in control. Didn't draw any contact until they went up for the shot.
And not able to convert on the free throw. So lead for the Oilers remains 3. And the foul for Wade. Foul's going to be called on number 21, Colin Zink. See here, then Zink just not able to get squared up to Wade. He called for the blocking foul. And as he is, Wade very reliable from the line, and we have a tie game. Foul called on number 2, Petacleros. Just his second foul and the second foul of the second half against the Tigers. Ryan with a drive to the basket, and he makes it. It's a pretty deep post up from Wade.
Yeah.
And fortunately for the Tigers, Nelson moved his feet before putting that ball down on the dribble. That's going to be a turnover. Nelson going to take a breather. Pass tipped, but Beaverly comes down with it. Not able to convert the shot, however, and St. John with the rebound. Very physical battle there between Wade and Liebel. And Wade making a little too much contact. He's going to be whistled for the foul. Much to the displeasure of the Whiteside's fans.
I'm not entirely certain about that because he was coming to the ball. You know, he wasn't pushing back towards the basket. Of course, I'm not a paid official. So.
Only the second foul against Wade, and he gets into the bench there with a nice block on the off the drive from Beaverly.
Wade is a little frustrated right now.
Very aggressive, trying to get the post up there, and he's going to be called for the whistle. Actually, that's going to be a foul call against Central Plains. See, nice block there by Wade. Very much a threat to do that. Not just the height, but again, very athletic, great vertical leap. And there's going to be a timeout called.
We'd like to thank Brown Auction and Real Estate. You can call Scott Brown at 620-723-2111. You know, you can bid live, you can bid online. Just make sure you bid on time.
Always important for auctions. If you don't bid on time, I don't think you have a chance, really, do you?
No, not really.
Not really? Yeah.
Not really,
well,
yeah.
So sound advice.
Because if you bid late, then
it just doesn't count.
It just doesn't count. I mean, of course, you know, you can always bid more late, but, you know, say that, oh, I could have paid this.
I'd like to thank another sponsor, Centera Bank. Many great locations throughout Southwest Kansas. It's a pleasure to serve their customers. Visit them at centerabank.com. So it will be St. John ball underneath their own basket here as we get ready to resume play in the third quarter. And ends up being inbounded up to Wade at the point. And St. John will set up their offense. Nice drive there by Caleros. And on the rebound, Milton is fouled on the putback, so he'll get a couple free throws. It should be noted that the last foul there, previous to this, was called against Liebel, who's up to 4. Now that's number 23, Lamach, is up to 3. And the Oilers are going to have to be very mindful of their fouls here late in this game. They've got a few key players that are getting up there close to 5. Milton no good on either free throw, so the lead for the Oilers stays at 2. Liebel and Lamont, just Liebel with 4 fouls, Lamont and Kreitz with 3. And on this end, That foul looks like that's going to be called on Jorge Caleros, who has 3 himself now. Oilers just have to do everything they can just to avoid the 5-second call, but they do inbound the ball successfully. And Ryan's going to reset the offense. Ryan kicks it out to Kreitz. Decides not to take a shot, but nice vision. Finding Bieberly under the basket. Bieberly up to 14 points here on the night. Leading all scorers for the Oilers, although Wade leading all scorers altogether at 19 already. Kinnaman shot, no good. Wade with the rebound. And once again, as he has done many times tonight, making a shot in process of getting fouled.
They're really, really crashing him every time he touches the ball.
Foul is called on Bieberly. It's his second. And Wade makes the free throw. And once again, we have a tie game. Sorry, 1 point game. Bieberly drawing the foul on the drive.
That's another foul on Caleros.
And with that being his 4th, he's going to actually take a breather. And yeah, I think there was some confusion at the scorer's table. They had inadvertently shown 18 fouls against the Tigers, but in actuality, that was just the 15th foul. So no free throws there, and Oilers will get the ball under their basket. Once again, Oilers having some troubles getting the ball in bounds. Once again, Wade having nothing of a drive attempt by Bieberly. That's really been the difference so far in the second quarter, I think, second half, is that a lot of those drives from Bieberly, which he was converting in the first half, are leading to block shots here in the second, but turnover there, lapse in concentration by the Tigers as they're called for 3 seconds in the lane.
Yeah, Wade, defensively, as Bieberly comes in, he's coming over to help. Even if he's clear out on the wing, his athleticism just allows him to go up and get those blocks.
Ryan's drive no good. And Alvarez with the rebound. And Caleros loses the handle but gets it back. Wade gonna pull up for a jump shot and he's gonna sink it. It's just so difficult to defend a guy of his size, his quickness, and the ability to shoot from outside. It's just, there's a no-win situation. No matter how you defend him, he's got a tool that can beat you.
Well, it's very difficult to get your hands in his face when he's, halfway to the goal already.
And another foul whistled against St. John, reaching in Bieberly as he's driving. And once again, officials a little too eager to hand out free throws, I think. As they agree now that not yet in the bonus are the Oilers, but they will be the next foul. So next time we'll get it right, I'm sure. Foul is called on Caleros, that's his third. As you noted that the Central Plains Oilers trying to follow their girls team. The girls team just in the game before this qualified for the state tournament, defeating the Ellenwood Eagles 3 seconds here, and Bieberly's final shot, a little short. So we will head into the final frame. St. John clinging to a 1-point lead. This is an outstanding game. You're not going to want to miss the finish of. You're watching Substate Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
And we'd like to bring your attention to Your Fired Ceramics and Canvas. Tiffany, you can contact her at 620-582-2779. You can also follow her on Facebook at Your Fired Ceramics on Facebook.
And this game is just every bit as good as we could have hoped for. 1-point game here. St. John actually a 1-point lead at the moment thanks to a 13-6 advantage in the third quarter. Again, they came into the second half down by 6. They leave the third quarter up by 1. And Bieberly, learning from past experience, delays his shot there, and rather than getting a shot blocked, is actually going to draw the foul. Foul's called on Alvarez. That's just his first. And Bieberly will get 2 free throws. His first ties it up. And his second gives the Oilers back the lead.
I have a feeling we're in for a very exciting fourth quarter, Matt.
Well, if it's even half as exciting as the first 3, then it should still be pretty good. And Wade gonna pull up, jumper from the key, no good, but offensive rebound to the Oilers leads to a 3 by Kinnaman, and he drains it. Oh yeah.
Big shot there by Kinnaman. Really big shot.
Aside from Wade and Kinnaman, who's up to actually 9 points now, only 3 points by the rest of the Tiger team. Wade again at 24 at the moment.
Interesting to note, Caleros is back in with 4 fouls, so it'll be real interesting to see if he can...
And Price can be whistled for the foul on Wade, and again, that will be 4 on Kreitz. So really 2 key players for the Oilers now with 4 fouls, Kreitz, and currently on the bench is Liebel, who was instrumental in kind of shutting down Wade, at least to an extent, in the first half. First free throw of the 1-1 good for Wade. And Liebel going to come back in the game, give Kreitz a rest. And Wade converts both free throws. And St. John, this is now their biggest lead of the game at 4 points.
Well, this half. They were up quite a bit to start the game.
And once again, St. John going to be whistled for a foul on a drive attempt by Bieberly. Leads to another 1-on-1 bonus for him. That foul is on Cade Kinnaman, his first. And shooter's roll for Bieberly. I'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, BTI Equipment. Great locations in Buckland, Greensburg, Ness City, and Pratt. Check them out online or give them a call. Bieberly makes both free throws. Back to a 2-point game. And Kinnaman He's going to be called for a whistle as he lost a handle before he was able to get a shot off. And Oilers with a chance to either tie the game up or retake the lead.
Looking over at the St. John bench, they're very uneasy right now, and rightfully so.
And they are not used to playing in close games. I mean, credit to being such a great team, but definitely see how they react to pressure here today. And will serve them well if they actually move on to the state tournament next week. This has been one of the more patient possessions that the Oilers have shown. And Ryan, a little off balance on that shot, no good. And rebound goes to Alvarez.
A couple guys with 4 fouls there on that last scoring attempt.
That will be
really very close.
Full minute timeout taken by the St. John coaching staff. So let's take this opportunity to actually take a look at the highlight reel of Dean Wade. Again, at 26 points here tonight, definitely dominating play for the Tigers and shooting very well from the outside as you see those three-pointers, and many times tonight able to drive in, get a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Defensively, a lot of great blocks, really shutting down the drives of Beaverly in the second half. So again, the game is far from over at this point, but whatever the outcome, Tigers owe much of their performance here tonight to Dean Wade.
And Main Street Pharmacy, your hometown service close to home, Woodlands Healthcare Center and Compounding Pharmacy, proud supporter of South Central Timberwolves. Check out the gift store, it's worth the drive. Drs. Tony and Lisa Gales. Main Street, Coldwater, Kansas.
So just over 5.5 minutes to play here in this game. St. John clinging to a 2-point lead with the ball. And we'll see if they can extend it. Again, majority of their wins this season, they're undefeated, and most of them have come by double digits. Actually, all but one of them have come by double digits. But Central Plains definitely giving them a run for the money tonight. Wade with a drive and conversion. He's now up to 28. 17 of those 28 points have come in the second half.
He's really willing his team into the state tournament here.
And probably most excitingly for St. John fans is, regardless of the outcome of this game tonight, Wade is just a junior. Kinnaman with the steal there. Gets a little out of control on the break, and actually at the end, that's Cole Kinnaman who's going to be called for the travel. It should be noted that Cole Kinnaman, with 9 points, second scoring for the Tigers, is just a freshman. So, again, looking for good teams from St. John in the years to come. Really, the same could be said for Central Plains as well, as some confusion on who the foul is called on there. It looks like that foul is going to be called against St. John, much to the displeasure of St. John fans. And that is actually going to be called on Caleros, who is now fouled out.
That could be a very tough loss for the Tigers.
Very much so, but good should be noted that there are 2 Oiler players with 4 fouls on the floor. Kreitz, number 1, and Liebel, number 33, who again, through their defensive efforts, have done everything they can to contain Wade, having a little more difficulty in the second half than the first. Ryan's first free throw is good. Second one falls short. Wade gets the rebound. again under the basket, this time not drawing the foul, but converting points nonetheless. And he has really taken over this game. A little frustration creeping in for the Oilers, turning the ball over there, now down by 5.
Big turnover.
And Oilers want to talk about it, taking the 30-second timeout. They have just 4 minutes to try and compose themselves. Otherwise, St. John is in good position to get to their second straight state tournament. And also would like to thank our sponsor during this timeout, agauctions.com. Contact Scott Brown, Jamie Brown, or Michael Burkhart for all of your auction needs. Call them at 620-282-2226 or visit them at agauctions.com.
And interesting note, their next auction will actually be April 1st. So if you have anything to consign, be sure to contact Jamie and get it signed up.
No joke, it's on April 1st. So again, St. John, the defending state champions, a #1 ranked team in the state, after a troubling first half for them, has come on here in the second half, now lead by 5 with just over 4 minutes to play. And again, just coming off of a unforced error, really, turnover from the Central Plains Oilers, and see if they can extend this lead out.
And really, this whole second half has been taken over by Wade. I mean, the whole reason that they're ahead now is because Wade has really put his team on the shoulders, and they're got the lead right now.
Yeah, 19 of his 30 points, Wade's points, have come here in the second half. Alvarez doing some damage here. Good position, good shot. He converts. Those are his first 2 points. And out to a 7-point lead here for the Tigers.
Very costly turnover, the last Oilers possession.
Again, a successful possession there. That's a 3-point game, but turnover and points off of it, it's a 7-point game. Bieberly gonna drive in, and he's gonna be called, or actually he's gonna draw the foul on the floor. No shot, but that will still be a 1-and-1. Foul is called on Wade, he's up to 3. Bieberly's first free throw is good. He's up to 19 with that free throw. Should be noted, his last 5 points have actually come on free throws.
Well, he's getting the ball and driving it to the hoop, and every time they're calling a foul.
Yep.
Every time.
Not able to make the second, so deficit remains at 6. And St. John, again, with a 6-point lead, with the clock winding down, just be a little more patient on the offensive end as they have been earlier, and Ryan a little too aggressive. Goes over the back of Kinnaman, and he's going to be whistling for that foul. Just his second foul, although the Tigers are in the double bonus, and as good a shooting team as they are, that can really be causing problems for Central Plains as the clock winds down. Kinnaman's first free throw, no good.
Kinnaman's really been having an off night tonight. He can't seem to find the net at all.
He is just at 2 points. Price with a drive, and he converts. Those are his first 2 points of the second half, and Oilers back within 4. Going to be called on the floor there. See who that's actually whistled on.
That's on Liebel. That'll be his last.
And that is the second player of this game to foul out. Really got to credit Liebel. Until he got into foul trouble, he was doing a pretty good job of shutting down Wade, but once he got some fouls on him, had to be a little more passive, Wade has really taken over this game. Should also be noted that Liebel, one of the few seniors here on this Central Plains team, I think he's really hoping for them to pull out the W here to continue their season. Wade as he has been all night. Very solid from the line, makes his first. And he makes the second. 32 points on the night, matching his season high. Bieberly pulls up for a three, no good. Lamach, good position for the rebound, and he's going to be fouled on the putback.
And that's only the second foul on
that is Alvarez, number 43.
Yeah.
Lamach will get 2 free throws. Lamach had a very quiet second half. He had 7 in the first, but he's yet to score here in the second. But that free throw will get him on the board. And cut the lead down to 5.
Both teams are really good free throw shooting teams.
Lamach proves that statement. Taking the second. And 30-second timeout called here as we're going to take a break, or not take a break here. We're actually going to stay here for a highlight reel. 3-pointers we've had here this game. Again, 3 of them coming from that man, Cole Kinnaman. Wade, big guy for St. John, has a couple himself. And on the other side, Bieberly has just 1 3. See another one from Kinnaman there.
And the Kiowa County Media Center would like to thank Greensburg Tourism for their support of tonight's broadcast. For more info, visit greensburgkansas.org or call the Bigwell Museum and Visitor Info Center at 620-723-4102. Come experience the story in Greensburg.
So the defending champion and number 1 team, ranked team in 2A in the state, St. John Tigers, 4-point lead here late in this game. I'll tell you, the biggest shame, I think, is both of these teams, in my mind, very deserving of heading to state. The Oilers, 6th-ranked team in the state, just their misfortune as Ryan with a nice deal there of being in the same league and same regional sub-state as the Tigers. But that is something that the St. John Tigers wanted to happen all night. A charge called against Bieberly, and it finally happened there.
That was very good defense by Kinnaman. He was set up, and Bieberly tried to draw the foul.
I'll tell you, I think more than anything, what drew that charge was the fact that Bieberly kind of lowered his shoulder as contact was made. That will definitely get the officials' attention. 1-3-1 half-court trap being shown by the Oilers here. Try to force a turnover as they did last possession, try to get possession of the ball and cut into this lead.
Really, St. John's taking their time and trying to kill some clock here.
Kind of surprising that the Oilers are not being a little more aggressive here.
Yeah.
But at some point, they are either going to have to really pressure the defense or draw or actually start fouling. Kreitz has no fouls to give.
They've already taken, 30 seconds off the clock here. And St. John's, 40 seconds went off the clock on that possession, which that's...
Finally away from the ball, Bieberly's going to be whistled for the foul, and very troubling for the Oilers. More so than the score right now is the fact that 2 of their best players have 4 fouls now, both Kreitz and Bieberly at 4. Kinnaman. That is his first point tonight that didn't come on a 3-pointer. He's up to 10. Them both, and great shooting from the line is really saving St. John here tonight. Another timeout called, full minute timeout. We're going to take a quick break. Hope you join us for the exciting final minutes of this game. You're watching Sub-State Basketball on the Kiowa County Media Center.
ITC operates, builds, and maintains the electric transmission infrastructure. We are working hard to improve electric reliability and increase electric transmission capacity throughout our operations across the Midwest. ITC, we're your energy superhighway.
With the Media Center on Facebook by liking our page. Like us for updated reminders about our live stream events. And just a heads up for any fans of either of these teams who are watching, if your team does move on to the state tournament next week, the Media Center will be providing live coverage from Manhattan, Kansas. So if you can't make it out to Manhattan to cheer your team on in person, please tune in to our live stream and cheer them on from your home.
And thankfully, or sadly, depending on which side of the fence you're at, neither Matt nor I will be doing the play-by-play or color.
I'm going to say that's a win for listeners.
That is a definite win for them. As much as I'd love to call a game in Bramlage.
So 6 points is the deficit for the Oilers. And Kreitz going to take a three. No good. Wade with rebound. And once again, under a minute to play. That is Bieberly fouling, and
that is big because Bieberly just fouled out.
Yeah, the good news for the Oilers is that stops the clock. The bad news is I believe that is foul number 5 on their leading scorer, and it is.
Oh, and he knows. He didn't realize he had 4. That is big. You know, especially with a 6-point deficit as it is right now. You can really use Bieberly's shooting ability.
He is actually going to clock out of tonight's game with 19 points. So great night for him, just ending a bit early. Kinman, rare for the St. John Tigers, missing both free throws, and that is exactly what the Tigers coaching staff does not want to see in a foul on the rebound attempt. And Oilers going to get a chance for points without any time going off the clock. Ryan's going to be shooting. And
well, in you know, to analyze this just a little bit, that foul might not have been a bad move.
Well,
because you know they're going to get the they're going to get the ball back as long as they get the rebound, or if he makes both shots, then obviously the Oilers are going to foul right away. So depending on how much time runs off the clock, it's going to come down to free throws at the line.
Well, I mean, in this situation, Central Plains really does have to foul, get the stop clock, and hope that St. John misses some free throws. They haven't missed many tonight, although Kinnaman not able to make either one there. But yeah, it's just a point where you've got less than a minute to play, 6 points to make it up. You've got to be really aggressive on the defensive side, either forcing a turnover or, stopping the clock with a foul.
Right. And let's hope that either Milton or Wade can come down with the rebound here if Ryan does miss a shot.
Well, it is double bonus. Ryan makes the first. Should be noted, the Central Plains team's also fairly young. Ryan right there, sophomore, as is Kreitz. Bieberly just a junior, so figure they're going to come back strong next year. And Wade with a drive. 2 more points, up to 34. Extending the lead back to 6. Ryan with a 3. Short. Wade with rebound. And again, nice passing, staying away from the fouls are the Tigers. And that's going to be called an intentional foul on number 10, I believe, which sure was intentional, but it's just, again, nothing flagrant about it, just trying to stop the clock. But
there's easier ways to foul than knocking a kid down.
Both those. I tell you,
and that's very costly intentional foul.
Again, the Wade definitely deserves the bulk of the credit for the good position that the Tigers are in to win this game right now, but can't say enough about Kinnaman as well. Up to 13 points. And Wade is going to be fouled by Kreitz there, and that will be the third Oiler player to foul out. And in the game now, number 13, Brady Rugen, who will replace Kreitz. Wade makes the first.
You know, I've been very impressed by this Oilers team. They really played hard and really put their heart into it.
Lamoch's three is blocked by Wade. Just been getting it done all over the court here tonight. And it looks like St. John going to do a mass substitution here and give some of their starting players a chance to go out to a standing ovation. And one last highlight from Wade. Finishes the night with 35 points, 24 of those coming in the second half.
Amazing. As advertised.
And Rugen drawing the foul there. Get a couple free throws. Foul's called on Milton, his second. Rugen makes the first. And not the second. And credit again for the Oilers not giving up even to the very end. Quick foul there off the rebound. Foul is going to be called on Lamoch, and he's up to 4. And doing the shooting honors for St. John, getting 2 free throws, is number 21, Nathan Ward. Makes the first.
Good free throw shooting team all around. I've been very impressed with both teams, actually.
I mean, really, for St. John, just great shooters all around. I mean, free throws, three-pointers, you name it. But looks like we will end this game here as the clock winds down, and the St. John Tigers, for the second straight year, will be going to the state tournament. Congratulations to them and their coach. And again, kudos to the Central Plains Oilers. Valiant effort in the losing attempt, but figure they're going to come back strong next year, returning Bieberly, returning Kreitz, returning Ryan. They've got a bright future.
Absolutely not. This game was as advertised. You know, the loss of Reyes really kind of evened the table a little bit for the Oilers, but they just couldn't overcome it tonight. Really, you know, even though the score is 9 points, it was a much closer game than that.
Just leading scores again, Wade finishing up with 35 and a dominating performance. Cole Kinnaman, 13, shooting well from beyond the arc for the Tigers. We'll kick it over to the PA and the presentation of the awards.
This time we'd like to present the awards here. The 2014 Boys 2A Sub-State runner-up are the Central Plains Oilers. The 2014 Boys 2A Sub-State champions are the St. John Tigers. I'd like to congratulate both teams on a well-played basketball game and a great season. Sub-State next week, Kansas State University at Manhattan, Kansas. Thank you for coming.
Have the trophy and getting ready to head on to Manhattan. Pretty impressive victory for him tonight.
First things to go out and take the trash and get the receptacles and recycle and everything.
to take this time to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have Matt interviewing Coach Kinnaman, the head coach of the St. John Tigers. This is all the difficulties we're having. And we're gonna now to Matt and Coach Kinnaman.
By St. John Tigers, here to talk about victory here tonight. The sub-state champions.
Some freshmen that weren't part of it, a couple of sophomores last year. So I'm really happy for the kids, and you know, we didn't play particularly well tonight, but we found a way in the second half, and that's what it's all about, just finding a way to win.
Well, looking forward to next week's games. How are you going to prepare your team and your school for the state tournament?
Well, you know, we're going to go back to work. Obviously, we didn't do some things very well this evening, and I'll give Central Plains credit. You know, part of what we did ugly was what they did well defensively. So, you know, we got to get better at some things, but we'll work at it and try to get better.
Well, congratulations, Coach, and good luck next week in the state tournament.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, back to you, Travis.
And what an amazing game we saw tonight. Really some really good basketball. And my heart really goes out to the Central Plains Oilers. They really played their heart out. You could see it on their face that they really wanted to move on to Manhattan later this week. You know, I thank you all for staying with us tonight and watching this game, and be sure to catch some of the other fine programming that the Media Center puts on, from Kansas State Rodeo to basketball, Maverick football in the fall. And be sure to watch us later this week as we go to Manhattan to give you the finality of this 2A state tournament. I am, as always, the color man, Travis, and Matt is just now sitting down next to me, so I'll not left be hanging here talking to myself. Welcome back, Matt.
So I'm hoping you didn't wait for me. I was thinking you'd be signing off by now.
Well, I was trying to, but I don't quite have the pizzazz as you do. So
I'm not sure I have anything resembling pizzazz. But anyway, just to recap tonight's game, congratulations to the St. John Tigers, who will be going into the state tournament in Manhattan next week. But really, again, got to give a lot of credit to the Central Plains Oilers, and really just kind of their bad luck that they're just down the road from St. John, because you got to think that they were more than good enough team to qualify for state, but just kind of ran into a team that may just be unbeatable in the St. John Tigers.
Yeah, you hate to see a team that's, ranked 6th not make it into the state tournament, but that's just the way the sub-state brackets broke out this year.
Well, again, hope you join us for the state tournament next year. The Media Center will be bringing you live coverage of all of the girls' games and boys' games next week. So, again, Central Plains girls going to the state tournament, so hope Central Plains fans will be tuning in. Same go for all St. John fans. Try to defend that state title. In the meantime, I'm going to say that's going to do it for my partner and I for broadcasting this season. Glad you tuned in. We'll leave you with some highlights of this game, and we're glad you stay back on the Kiowa County Media Center.